Hey,
What up?
yo, what's good?
Shit.
El mismo, mi amigo.
Yeah. What you up to? What you been up to? How you been?
I've been all right, honestly. Um, yo, this past week, man, this shit flew the fuck by, man. I got off vacation, came back, got ran through the ringer, and I don't know. I guess this is what being in the ringer feels like, and it's just like, damn, dog. And then next thing you know, man, fucking summer damn near over. Like motherfuckers about to starting school and shit like that again. Niggas is already
Yeah.
back. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, yo, that's kind of abrupt. Like, it's weird. Like I felt like the month of August just like flew the fuck by. Like, yo, what happened to like this whole month of my life? But I'm alright, I'm hanging in there. I'm just still fighting this same like perpetual like cold shit I've been fighting since before. I don't know if maybe it's allergies now. Who the fuck knows, man? I don't know. Maybe it's stress. Who knows, man? It's life, but you know what?
Yeah, we should make an album called 30 Summers and make that whole album about midlife crisis. Like we only got 30 summers left, bro.
A couple. Let's add a few more to that. Add a few more to that. You know what I mean? So, you
I thought
know,
I was being generous. You ever think about how you gonna die?
I mean, I used to think about that as a kid, but now that I get closer to that, I'm like, let's figure it out. You know what I mean? So, let's figure out how we're gonna live first. You know what I mean? So, let's not spoil
Really?
that. Let's not spoil the ending for myself. So, you know what I mean? So, you know,
Word. When's the last time you been to a funeral?
uh, earlier this year actually. So, this year actually is probably the least I've been to actually, which is knock on wood. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I've been, yeah, but earlier this year, and then I had one late last year, but yeah, but not too many this year. So thankfully, you know what I mean. So
Yeah, you think you're gonna live to like 75, probably.
I'd hope so. You know what I mean. So I mean, they say the body's built to go to 120. So I don't know. You know me, I always been an overachiever. So
The body is built to go to 120, but the environment
you know, so,
around the body,
yeah, exactly.
they want a nigga done at about 50.
So you know, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You know, playing the odds, trying to beat the odds. You know what I mean? So I did eat 2, 3 slices of pizza today, so that didn't help. So, but that's another story though. But hold
Yeah.
on. But does it count if like two of them were tomato pie and one of them was meat lovers?
First off, who cares? Like, I was talking to my nigga earlier, and I had made this like really aggressive plan two or 3 weeks ago to pay off some debt that I had, right? And I was like, yo, I'm gonna knock this joint out like ASAP. I'm gonna be debt free by this time. I'm feeling it. I was excited, right? And then that whole entire first week was just struggle and strife and stress over pennies, like literal pennies, bro. And it was just suffering. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be free if this is what freedom implies, entails. I don't like, I literally, like, is it worth it if I have to suffer so much? Like, is it worth being debt free if I can't have a tuna fish sandwich or some peanut butter? Yeah, no, it's not. So really, it's a balance, right? Because my response was to him sending me a picture of some black beans and some rice and some scrambled eggs and some avocado. And he said, this dinner, this meal has all the nutrients, protein, fiber, etc. that you need, that the body needs to be in completely perfect condition. And all of these ingredients cost under $1. And I was like, that's fly. But if I'm eating that shit every day, do I want to live that long at all? You know what I'm saying? If I'm eating that 3 times a day, how long do I really want to be on this earth? So it's kind of like one of those balances and shit, like, right? So yeah, nigga, you can have a meat lovers and you can have 2 tomato pies, But if one more is going to throw you over the top to the point where, you know what I'm saying, you're not hitting none of your fitness goals or whatever, or you fucking up all your balance, man, fuck the balance. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker: 2 donuts.
Nah, that's the kicker. Get rid of the donuts. You ain't got to think about the pies. You ain't got to think about the pies at all. So what I told him was, wait, let's see, because I said,
but you know, but when he said that actually sound kind of fly though. That's a nice little. If you know how to cook that right, that's a good John. You know what I mean? So
no, it's not bad at all. But it's like, you know, I might be physically healthy. You know, I might be physically healthy and fit and all of that shit. But if mentally I'm fucking depressed and I really want some bacon, then it's not worth it. None of it's worth it.
No, I feel that. I mean, there's like avenues. Like it's funny. Like me and the lady were about to start this diet. It was what was it they called a CBCG diet. So it's chicken, broccoli, carrots, CBCP, carrots and potatoes. So essentially, those are the foods that you're allowed to keep you most that keep you most satiated, and that's all you can eat. You can eat as much of it as you want. It's just that it's all you can eat. But if you stick to that diet, they usually say in the realm of usually 3 to 6 weeks, most people notice like significant gains because one, they're probably not eating as much because they're eating the same shit all the time. But also, like, you know, you're knocking out at least most of your major shit and you're getting at least most of what you need.
Yeah, man, it's still fundamentally flawed to me, just in the sense that who was it? Sheriff Bull Connor that said variety is the spice of life. Yeah, man, I need to have some change.
Most definitely. But I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I guess the further challenge outside of that is like, all right. And I'm still gonna actively try this on a maybe not as prolonged basis, probably not the full 6 weeks, but for a little bit. But I'm like, all right, well, the way I'm trying to approach it is like, all right, that takes the thinking out of the food aspect of what I'm doing, right? You know what I mean? Like, all right, I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat because what I'm eat is already on autopilot and this is happening already. So now that like I've kind of taken that weight off of my plate, you know what I mean? What am I going to actually focus this other attention to? Granted, you know, I may still get to like day 10 and be like, hey, yo, dog, fuck that shit now. You know me, man. Nigga love his pancakes. Yo. I gotta get some pancakes and just like fully backslide, get pancakes, waffles, French toast.
But I think that's that's the world and the circumstances forcing the balance in that situation. Like, if you yourself are trying to do too much, then the world, your body, everything around you is actually going to slide you back into the natural swing of things. So I'm looking at it like, okay, like me personally, I've had a very contentious relationship with food over the last like maybe 20 years or so. Like I've been on the side of overindulgence, then I've been on the side of like just like
I mean, you were vegetarian at one point, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, like,
right. And like being a vegetarian, that was actually like probably the pinnacle of me eating only for functionality, right? Like at that point, I was literally just eating so I would not pass out. And that was something that I was cool with because I had other things in my life that I was trying to pursue and other things that, for lack of better terms, brought me joy, right? But I'm finding myself these days, at least, not necessarily like since then, because I've watched myself cycle back and forth a couple of times. But like right now, I'm in a space where eating actually does kind of bring me a little bit of pleasure. It brings me a little bit of peace and some joy. So often,
nothing's better than a good meal. To be honest,
often a good meal will motivate me through like some of the like hardest trials that I could deal with. You know what I mean? Like I'll be sitting there thinking to myself, like, man, I don't know how I would be able to deal with this if I didn't have my cheesesteak to look forward to later on tonight. Like, I'm serious.
A good meal with good company too. Don't be busting down no great shit, man, with the homies, man. You ain't seen in a while, and you just like, oh, you know what I mean? It's just,
oh yeah, you get them, you fuck around, fall into a food coma.
You know what I mean? So, love bomb right there. You know what I mean? Love on the inside, love on the outside. Shit, just a whole, just love cream pie.
So, I'm gonna have to do it, and I wish I didn't have to do it, but I gotta do it, man. Are you paying any attention to this Dirk trial? The trial of the century.
I'm getting there. It's starting to kind of it's starting to float. So I got to do the work now. I haven't done the work yet, but I guess the work's about to be done for me pretty soon. But you know what I mean? I think yeah, I got to get into this here. But before we get into that, because we're gonna fuck around, and then you know what I mean we get to all the bullshit, but we got to get back to the basics real quick, man. We told her we do this last week. We got to do it this week. Well, actually, first off, we got to intro this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Niggas going so hard, we forgot the intro. You know what I mean?
All right.
So
That's the boy Tretch.
and that's that boy Romeo Bones right there.
And this is another
Shocking edition
of the TRN News Podcast. Welcome.
Hey,
I heard it said before this episode started. This is officially episode 167 or something like that.
167. 167.
20 away from murder, baby. 20 away from murder. Let's keep it moving.
Murder the game. All right, but yeah,
murdered him.
But before we fuck around, we gotta we gotta go through the Eagle schedule, yo. We gotta go through it. We kind of like this. The season starts. Is it next week? Week after next, something like that.
Little boy, the season started. Little boy, I watched the Birds play last week. Little boy,
I know, but the you know this is the preseason. You know what I mean? You know we gotta get into the real. You know what I mean? The real deal. I know they had the open practice. They had the open practice yesterday. You know what I mean? So let's give them that pause.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I mean? So pull him up. Pause.
Game 1, Friday, August 28th, 8:00 p.m. Is that game 1?
Nah, I think that's the last preseason game there.
Oh, okay.
I want to say that.
Because my Jones, it just say the names. It says each game where they at and all of that, but it don't say like. Are you sure that's not game 1, bro?
No, I am sure. Yeah, I'm looking at game 1 right now, actually. So hold on, I'm pulling him up now. I'm pulling him up.
All right. Game 1 versus the Redskins in Philly, Sunday, September 13th at 4:25 p.m.
So in Philly at the Link, season opener
on Fox.
Taking that. So
we're taking that
up.
I mean, everybody says that the Cowboys are America's team, but y'all can't forget what is on the top of every American flag. Birds.
Exactly.
Bald white birds.
Plus, they got a stadium they trying to open, so they got to save some money. So,
right.
So,
plus right. Joe Burrow, yo, your cats is going ham over there. I hear it like 4 times.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow.
She need a friend. The other one got surgery yesterday, so she looking for somebody else to fuck with because she can't.
Oh, he quarantined.
Yeah, man. So, but let's see here. Yeah. So, all right. What's the next game? Titans. That's a dub. So
that's at the Titans.
At Tennessee.
That's at Tennessee, and that's a 1:00 game.
1:00 game. They're gonna go to work. They're gonna go to work there. So I'm gonna call that a dub. Would that be disrespectful to do that? That wouldn't be disrespectful, would it?
No, I think we got both of these games by a margin of about 10-13.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right. So we're looking at this Monday night game against the Bears.
And then you know how we like to play. Like we really take it easy on fools. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we really be practicing till like week 8. All right. Then we at the Bears. That is a primetime game, Monday Night Football.
Game, Monday night. That might be a rough one right there. I don't know. That one's. I want to say we win, but I can see us losing because that's one of this is probably going to be one of the Bears.
They coming on
last season. Well, they coming on, and this one of their last seasons at home in Chicago. Actually, these niggas moving to Indiana. So, I mean,
that's wild.
Yeah, I mean it's the equivalent of like if we were to move the Conshohocken. You know what I mean? So
no, it's still wild.
Yeah, it's still wild. I mean,
it's still wild.
Is how you gonna be the Chicago Bears in Indiana?
You just saw all the hype that happened when they was threatening to move us, like literally a year or two ago. like billions and billions of dollars. The mayor coming out, the NBA speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? It was a big
Yeah.
deal.
I
Like
mean,
the idea of go ahead.
the NBA got involved. Adam
No,
was
the
like,
NBA, the NBA put the gavel down. They was like, you know what? No, all that y'all talk, no. And now look what happened. Brian here. You think Brian would have went to Jersey just as easily?
no. so, but they probably would have used Braun to float float a stadium over in Jersey. But thank God that Adam came and was like, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's not do
Okay.
that.
So 3 weeks into the season, we are 2-1.
2-1.
Right. We
And
2-1 3 weeks into the season. Going to go, and now we going to LA.
Going versus LA actually. So LA comes here.
Oh yeah, my bad. LA coming here.
Yeah, so after that loss to the Bears, I think we got to get them. We got to get them. We got to get at them.
Yeah. So I don't think there's any chance of us losing to either the Bears or the Titans. So I'm not with you. Okay. But after week 4 against LA, I could see us being 3-1. You get me? So going up against the Jags for week 5, we going into Jacksonville, we might be, I say we 3-1.
3-1. Yeah. Well, yeah, Jacksonville comes here, so
no, we going to Jacksonville.
Versus Jackson.
No, you corrected me the first time, but you're not about to do that again.
Nah, yeah, it says versus Jaguars.
No. Eagles versus Jaguars. Nigga, we going to Jacksonville, bro.
Nah, we're not even going to Jacksonville, nigga. We going to Tottenham.
Wait, where are we going?
Nigga, we playing in
London. Oh, that's okay. Well, either way, it's not a home game for us. We going to London, bitch. Going to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Tottenham. Honestly, that's gonna be that's a toss up right there, man. Them travel games, but you know what? My boys
we gonna put on. We gonna beat their ass.
Yeah, we got to.
You're crazy. Yeah, we gonna beat them by like 30, bro. You serious right now?
We're America's team.
Yes, we are America's team, and we fly.
But don't
we travel.
But don't sleep on the Jaguars though. Jaguars actually they coming on though. They coming on. So
no, but that's cool and all. But in Tottenham, no, we about to trash them boys.
So for the homies, because we got a couple homies going. We got to watch them over there. So yeah, let's do it. So
they about to get mollywopped.
At least get the win. Carolina, is that even a question? That's a dub.
Broski. We might go undefeated this season. I just scrolled down. This shit's crazy.
Cowboys. I mean, we always split the Cowboys, so I'm gonna just say that we're gonna split this, John.
So, you say we always split the Cowboys, right? We only got the Cowboys one time this season, Cuzzo.
No, we got the Cowboys twice.
Let me see. Oh, okay. I see him. Last week of December.
So,
all right. Either way, I mean, I know we were supposed to have them always twice because of division, but I'm sitting there looking at the schedule like, nah.
So we played. We played them on Monday night, and then we played them on Thanksgiving. So we did Thanksgiving game against them. So
no, that's cool. But here go the thing, though. There's nobody on here that I'm afraid of, bro. There's nobody on here that I feel like a threat.
Nigga, I'm not afraid of anybody. The only teams that like that I really there's only two teams I really respect, maybe 3. Chicago. I'm gonna probably say Indianapolis, like the Colts. I think they might actually be able to continue. Yeah, and I respect LA. LA is. I can't disrespect them, especially now that they fucking Myles Garrett and shit like that.
The Niners. The Niners is trash. Not worried about the Niners. Not worried about New York.
Yeah, so we got Washington twice. We beat them twice. New York, they taking a down season, so
we're gonna beat them twice.
You know what I mean? Catch them.
You said you was worried about the Panthers. That's what you said. You was worried about the Panthers.
No. Yes, I said that's a dub.
All right.
Pittsburgh, that's a dub. That's Steelers, that's a dub. I'm gonna get a Cowboys 1 just because but we're gonna take the other one.
Cowboys 1. All right.
Yeah. So we'll respect them. Cardinals, that's a dub. They getting spanked. You know what I mean?
So week 17 against New York, we'll probably drop that game.
Yeah, so we'll probably drop one to Giants just on some bullshit. That Colts game, I got a feeling this Colts or this Seahawks games will probably end up being an L sometime. So either 13 because this is what this is within this is a short week. A short week. We play Sunday and we play that next Saturday. It's one of that's one of those games that niggas always get caught up on. So I'm gonna say that one. One of those there.
So
And
you
then
think we could lose to the Seahawks? Yeah, the Seahawks is actually a contender.
yeah, I mean they lost a lot. They lost a lot from after last year after the Super Bowl, but they
Yeah.
still but they still the defending chance. So we give them some respect. So I'll call a loss against the Seahawks. This is because I got a feeling it's coming that week.
Okay. So you got us what 13-4?
13-4. Yeah, 13-4, 14-3, maybe. You know what I mean? So then we play the Texans. I don't know what the Texans gonna look like, to be honest. I mean, the Texans
I don't expect nothing.
they looked amazing. Like, honestly, they kind of got fucked over, man. What's the name getting the yips, man? That kind of really cost them a nice little playoff run, to be honest. So I'd rather have seen them boys go the distance. But man, what's the name? CJ Stroud. This nigga got the yips in the wrong game. nigga forgot how to play football for a whole 3 quarters, man. It was bad. So
Yeah, you think he gonna come back though?
he might, but the only thing is his receiving core is a little rough though. They man, they just had a nigga tear ACL in practice, so they gonna have a rough one there. So
Word.
the Niners, I don't really have much in the way of expectations for the Niners, but like you said, like either that Giants game or even that Niners game, I'd assume that we're so packed in for the season that we'll probably even we'll probably even just take the 2 losses on the like a loss on the chin during those last couple of weeks, just because we're trying to get ready for the playoffs. So
I think 14-3 is what I see reasonably, but like you said, those last 2 weeks could be.
And those
the
last 2
1
weeks
week could be the last 2 weeks. So
and those last 2 weeks are actually road games too. So that's another way to look at it too.
Right.
So one
exactly.
of those might have to get dropped. So
yeah, I'm thinking 13-4 is not an unreasonable expectation, to be honest.
Nah,
I don't think there's any favoritism there. I just think that we're being realistic. Like, our schedule is a bunch of cream puffs.
Yeah, actually, we got a very favorable schedule, especially compared to last year. Last year we had a fucking crazy schedule, man. I don't know. Like last year was you want to talk about
last year we had to prove ourselves last year.
Yeah, last year was a gauntlet. Honestly, I think if anything, man, I felt like we lost against ourselves. so
you already know that.
They put us in that. They put us.
You remember AJ highlight tape that they were showing at the end of the season, where he was jumping in front of balls and blocking his own fucking people.
Well, we don't have to worry about that too much. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, what? Like, do you have any concerns for the team, kind of going into the last season, or you think it's kind of continuation?
What, for our team?
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, I want to see where the O-line stands, because that was our strength going into this whole thing. The receiving core, that's going to, everybody's moving up a little bit. I don't have any doubts about Davante. I just have doubts about whether the niggas behind him can make themselves worthy of being tracked. That way he can't, that way he's not just getting double teamed the whole game. Because that gave AJ a whole lot of shit. The fact that Davante was as much of a threat as he was. So we get to see how that's going to look. I don't really have any real concerns about Jalen. I'm actually excited to see him play in this system. Like, he's had so much changeover over so many different years. I'm just happy like we didn't just completely overhaul the system over this offseason for once in my life. So I'm excited, to be honest with you. I think this is very promising.
I mean, we get Saquon kind of a little more healed up. So,
oh yeah, Saquon off of his
his
recovery season,
and we still got Tank, right? We still got Tank Bigsby, right? We still got Tank.
Yeah, as far as I know, yes, we do. Yeah, we do.
Oh, so yeah, we all right. You know what I mean? So the receiving core, if anything, it's more receiver by committee, but it's just Smitty and a bunch of guys that can ball. So I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? So and there's a lot of guys that want to eat. So and then one thing I did like about Jalen, especially over the past couple of years, is that he was letting all the other guys eat too. So Jahan Dotson, he was eating a little more.
Yeah,
Not
I
as
feel
much
like
as he
Jahan
expected
Dotson
to.
was Jahan Dotson was our like deep threat.
Yes.
Like this ball would just come away with balls like damn, he was all the way back there. Huh?
Well, that's the thing is everybody everybody watching AJ and Devontae. So, but now we got some guys, man, and I want to see how Mekhi Lennon turns out. You know what I mean? So I want to see how. I don't know. We'll be all right. I mean, like you said, the line, but I think the writing has already been on the wall with the line, but the injuries last season, I feel like those were I think those are just kind of just deep run problems where guys never really quite got healed up from the long run into the Super Bowl. So, you know what I mean? You got guys kind of still in recovery trying to start the season, and you spending the whole season trying to get healthy, and that's just not the way it's going to work. So, but also it being Lane's swan song
last season.
Yeah, like his swan song, you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where the expectations there, so I feel like the preparations and the are being made, or at least need to, at least for that matter. So, but it's gonna be a fun season. It's gonna be a fun season.
Yeah, I seen Quinion in practice. He looked good.
Quinion been looking amazing, man. So, and Wicks, Octavian Wicks, good luck with that, man. So, and then Vic Fangio's last season too. So the defense got to go crazy this last season, right? They got to go crazy. They can't not. So, yeah, this is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of like you saw how they report about how like the Sixers have like the most forgiving schedule. Like they got the fewest back-to-backs. They got the fewest 3 games in 4 day stretches, or 3 games in 4 nights.
Thank God.
And they got no games in the West until game 18.
Thank God, man. You know how crazy. Yeah, we've been having crazy schedules for a minute, man. So
yeah, no, we be getting our asses chewed out, bro. Pause. But the thing is, like, you think that shit like this is going to be a wonderful season for Philly sports.
Oh, definitely.
Like we about to just be racking up dubs crazy.
This whole fall about to be crazy. You got the Phillies coming back to life. You got
Schwarber hitting home runs every night.
You know what I mean? So you got
like Bohm is hot. Bohm is hot right now. You know what they say when Bohm is hot, bro? Hide your wife, hide your kids.
About to steal base and steal a dub. So
speaking of loved one.
Speaking of which, man, that game Sunday, man, that got me right there, bro. That game got me. Because I was definitely watching that game.
I ain't watched that game. No, I ain't watched that game. Bro, man, I was doing inventory on Monday and Tuesday, bro.
Did they spoil it? Did they spoil it for you?
No. Tell me what happened. Go ahead.
Nah, dog. Because I know for me, I was watching the game and I was watching to like the ninth inning, bottom of the ninth, and we had a couple guys on base. And then like we somehow just ended up getting 2 outs. So I was like, all right, man, fuck it. This game's over. So I changed the channel, go upstairs, take a shit, start doing shit.
As soon as you give up on our boys.
As soon as I give up, I fuck around. I see the notification on my phone. I was like, that's kind of crazy. And I didn't really think much of it because I was like, how the hell? And then I actually go online and shit. I go on Twitter and shit. I start looking at shit. I'm like, these dudes fucking around and won this game. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, 4-0. Come back in the morning 6-4. Only these niggas, dog.
So, we got that fight. That's why they call the fight in Phils. Yeah. Like we got that. That's something that I know us for. Like I never expect if we down like by a lot. I'm talking by 4 runs. Like if we down in those types of situations going into the 7th, 8th, 9th, I'm never like, oh yeah, it's over. Because that's literally the times when I see them perform the most over the last like 4, 5, 6 years that I've been watching. That's the times that I see them perform the most.
But the bottom of the ninth though, bottom of the ninth. I think
that's
it was
why
like
they give them 9, dog.
I was like, it's bottom of the ninth, 2 strikes. I was like, nah, I don't need this negativity. I go turn on I forgot what I started watching. I started watching some other shit, maybe Premier League shit, some WNBA shit, whatever. But I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I went Euro, my boys, and these niggas definitely Euro stepped around this game right now. So I was like, damn. But I love it though. I love it. But yeah, it's about to be He about to have a time, man. About to have a time. All this
Hey
in the
yo,
lead up.
since we on baseball for a little bit, my bad. Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
No. It's just all this, like, you got just baseball rolling all it into the lead up to fucking Bron finally, you know what I mean, making, because I don't, from what I understand, I don't know if Bron's actually even had a press conference yet for Sixers yet. So
Nah, he hasn't. You would have known.
yeah,
You would
so
have known. It would
so
it would have touched you. It would have touched your timeline.
I imagine his
I would
first
share
press
that with you.
conference. It's his first press conference is probably gonna be media day.
Yeah, it might. It just might. I mean, he's obviously intentional about it.
Yeah, I mean, well,
he's deliberate.
He's already been working out with the guys and stuff like that, so it's already
Yeah.
like, he's talked and dealt with who he needs to. So.
No, but I just mean as far as like how he's choosing to address the media and how this whole situation is going to play out. Like he's very intentional about it. Like he either wants the attention or doesn't want the attention, or he wants the attention when he wants it and doesn't want it when he don't want it. Right now, he don't want it.
No, but I respect that he gave Jalen his space though. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's like, because obviously him going there is a bigger announcement than Jalen. Somehow a bigger announcement than Jalen. But it was like, you know what? Nah. Let's give Jalen a shot. Let's give him his time. Let's let him have his rollout. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna step on his rollout. You know what I mean? Let the album drop. See what happens. Let move some units, and then, you know what I mean. We're gonna do the collab single and then we'll drop album, and we're gonna make it work. You know what I mean? We all going diamond this year. So
yeah.
But what were you about to say about baseball? You're saying something.
I was gonna say, who the fuck is Kwanzaa Jones? We should talk about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So for those that don't know, the Padres. Hold on, is that the Padres?
Yeah,
Padres, right? All right, yeah, I'm going.
Yeah. Literally the team that's in the best neighborhood of the United States. The team that I can't afford to go to see one of their games ever, probably. Unless y'all niggas support this podcast a little bit more. Speaking of which, you can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Twitch. You can follow us on TikTok. You can follow us on Twitter. You might not like what you see, but I expect you to hit that like button.
Like, subscribe, and make some donations. Umar style donations.
Yeah, we're trying to go to
We're trying to go see a Padres game. Donations, folks. We are trying to see a Padres game. Support the podcast so we can go see a Padres.
And we need a couple extra dollars so we can afford to check in. Because we want to pay our extortion money when they press us when we go to LA.
Shit, they're gonna press us and be like, yo, you need a job, yo. You need to be out here with us.
They're gonna be like, damn, you need to be robbing us.
Like, damn, dog, you need to work. So yeah, man, we stinking out here, man, but we love it though. But nigga need to take a shower, so throw some ones, please. But
and I know Tretch serious, because when Tretch stink, bro.
Oh yeah,
all
dog.
Right. So
nigga smell like a man.
So
that's how man smells. Pause.
Shout out Beyonce. Make me feel like a boy. So okay, Kwanzaa Jones.
Yeah, Kwanzaa Jones. All right, so she is one of the
like. So I saw the John, right? I saw a Twitter post, and it was one of those baseball Twitters that actually like is reputable. It's like Baseball Today or something, and I was like, Kwanzaa Jones has bought the San Diego Padres, and they had a picture of her looking goofy, and I was like, okay, they clearly don't like this shit. And then I was like, but that was the first time I heard her name, honestly. And then I clicked on it, and I was like, is this satire of some sort? And then I scrolled down and tried to look at the comments, and mad comments was mad racist, like niggas was catching feelings, like and like left and right. And so I was like, oh, this is serious, nice, The level of these people's emotions really is what let me know that this was not a joke.
Nah, it's not. Yeah, it's serious.
Yeah,
that's crazy though. But that's wild though. Like, people mad about the owner though. It's just like, damn, man. I mean, granted, I guess that is kind of
It's a team named after a Puerto Rican reverend, and y'all mad that a black woman grabbed it? They was giving away crypto to season ticket holders, like, and during the pandemic. They was weird. They've been weird. How y'all mad? They the only. How many sports franchises in every single sport wear brown. Tell me, wear doo-doo colored jerseys. How many? Name them all. How y'all mad about that? A black woman. He said 2. Name the 2.
Padres and the Browns.
Exactly. And the Browns, they really on some real stuff. They wear orange just as much as they wear brown. They wear white just as much as they wear brown. It's kind of weird.
They wear so many colors just to get away from wearing brown these days. So
They're like their logo is an orange helmet. Like,
right.
Whatever. But nah, Padres, man. How y'all mad about that?
I don't know. I mean, and then it's crazy. It's why are you mad about having an owner that's actually excited about the team winning? That got expectations for the team. That's happy for the team winning. You know what I mean? It's just like, but you know what? You know
Who is she though?
These days.
All right, who is she? Let's figure out who she is now.
All right. Well,
I can't share screens because my computer is too slow.
All right. So let's we'll pull up the Wikipedia. We'll go wiki on this one. Wiki. That because that's the thing that got me too. Because I was wondering, like, yo, who is this person? I've never heard of this person before. But apparently,
yeah, but that's what I was getting at. I could clearly I'm biased because she's colored, but and she seems to be independent. She's not one of these groups, right? That's what really excites me about this. Because even if she was a white woman, like a Jeannie Buss or something like that, Jeannie Buss rather, if she was a white woman like that, but an independent, I would still be just as excited because she would be a person who had an interest in the sport, therefore invested in it, rather than one of these conglomerates or one of these investment groups that's literally about to come up with the bread, purchase the shit, and then sell it like 2 years from now for twice as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many teams have gotten bought and then like all of a sudden they making budget cuts, they trading the best players, they dropping contracts, they like, yeah, nah. Winning is not what we about. You know what I'm saying? So this is actually like the opposite of that. So I'm excited. And then she's black to boot. Go ahead.
Exactly. So here we go. So Kwanzaa Jones, an American. I was gonna say African American. I just put that in.
Look at you.
Look at
you. You a projecting motherfucker.
I know, right? I just made an assumption about her nationality. Yeah, is an American.
Because her name is an American holiday.
Hey, one of my favorite holidays. Let's get it.
It's not an African holiday, I'll tell you that much. African don't know shit about Kwanzaa.
It's an African American holiday. You know what I mean? So listen, if it ain't a bridge, you build it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So,
yo, for real, we're gonna get it, bro, baby.
Listen, I'm gonna need more than one day off for Christmas. I'm gonna get these days off, but nah, here you go. So yeah, so Kwanzaa singer-songwriter, began a career as a singer, performing and winning amateur night at the Apollo. Damn. So
wait, what?
You can win at an Apollo, and that you can
win.
Yeah, I mean,
wait. But how? Like, was she the one who was like, and you? It was the one that kicked the shoes off and won like 4 times in a row? That wasn't her, was it?
I don't know.
Because on some real stuff, like to win Showtime at the Apollo, that's some crazy work. I asked you on this podcast, I believe, yo, you remember Apollo? Because so many people don't. Let me see. I'm zoomed in 250 right now, and it is not helping. All right. So, what year was she born, bro?
She was born. Let's see. I don't think they even have her age in this down here.
She's a lady.
Yeah, they don't do no Wikipedia.
She's a lady.
She's a public figure. She's a public figure, but she ain't giving you all that.
All right, so she won. So Apollo didn't air too long into our adulthood. You know what I'm saying? Apollo wasn't on for too long, so she OG. She older than us, right?
I'd assume so.
Yeah. She probably like 50, 55,
something like that. Good.
So
good 50, though. Looks good for 50 though.
Oh yeah, healthy 50, a healthy ass 50. So
that's wild, yo. Definitely got her age scrubbed from the internet. That's fire.
She's an enigma, bro. That's how you do it.
That's fire. I like that.
That is fire.
That's fire. Got the age scrubbed.
She Dorian Gray out here, bro.
So that's okay. So listen. All right. So her husband, Jose E. Feliciano.
Be a baseball player. Let me see.
Nah,
Puerto Rican businessman and
he's a big
investor.
he's a big wig. He's a big wig. He got he bred it. He bred it.
Led in
Yeah.
2006, her husband Jose Feliciano led an
Yeah.
investor group to purchase San Diego Padres for a record 3.9 billion. Damn, that was cheap.
Billion. Yeah, well,
it was probably cash though.
It's Padres.
Jones,
it's Padres. Look who up the street.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
So, all right. So
Yeah.
she was born in Los Angeles, California, on Thanksgiving. Birthday on Thanksgiving. That's fire. In her youth, she played the flute, violin, piano, as well as sang in choirs at school and church. She also ran track and field at Coolidge Senior High School and in college for the Princeton Tigers. Okay. And in addition to her arts and athletics, she served on the DC State Board of Education, and her paternal great grandmother played piano for blues singer Bessie Smith. Fire. All right. She attended Princeton University. Her focus on interdisciplinary. Her focus was interdisciplinary. She made it in public and international affairs. Okay.
I got you after this. While there, she was in an a cappella group, a soloist in the gospel choir, and an electronica band.
Okay.
She had a chance meeting with the music legend Quincy Jones, which piqued her interest in music as a profession. Damn, she didn't even take it seriously until then. After graduating from Princeton, Jones was Miss Baltimore. Damn. She has a JD degree, so she is a lawyer almost, from Benjamin N. Cardozo School of Law, and a Master of Dispute Resolution from Pepperdine University School of Law. She's a lawyer almost.
A lawyer.
On April 17th, 2026, Wall Street Journal reported that Jones and her husband, Jose Feliciano, were close to acquiring the San Diego Padres. Okay, cool. So, okay, I got something to say, man.
Okay.
I got something to say. All of this is really exciting to me. Before we get into her philanthropy or any of that good old stuff. All right. So she did all of that, right? She did all of that. She's so accomplished, man. She's talented. She's clearly like a hard worker. She's an achiever. Like, she's got so many various accomplishments in different fields and stuff. So she's like, she plays multiple instruments, you know, she's a church girl, all of that. But like, I don't think none of that shit matters because she married a fucking billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I think it's kind of a moot point. Once they said his name, it was all a moot point. You know what I mean? Am I wrong?
I mean, hey, that's probably how she got it. I mean,
I thought about that part.
Yeah, I mean,
but it don't matter too because she just had to be cute. You know, because she was all that and cute. You know, she was Miss Baltimore.
That's it. So that's the thing. I think that's what adds to it. You know what I mean? Having all that, plus
yes.
That, you know what
I mean? Kinda to some people, to some men. Some men don't want all of that. Some men just want you to shut the fuck up and just like, you know what I mean? Not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that some men are threatened by all of that. You know, some men don't want to contend with all of that or have things that contend with what he got going on type stuff. But obviously, Jose Feliciano, he like him cute and smart.
And smart. I mean, hey, look at him. He's cute and smart himself. He went to Princeton,
and she an athlete.
He got a degree in mechanical and aerospace engineering, even though he works in finance. Mastered from Stanford. So I mean,
okay, Ivy League.
So they both.
No. Stanford ain't Ivy League. Princeton is.
Yeah, but still heavy hitter.
It's still a good school. I mean, no. It's just I got a Penn shirt on, so I'm trying to be like relevant.
I got you. but yeah. So all right, yeah. So it looked like they've been rocking for a minute. There's no word on when they got together or anything like that. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Do we know how old he is either?
No. yo, that's how you know it's a different game, man. Like they're a really different game, dude.
Dog, they vampires. They from a different generation.
Yo, hold on. Look at this boy.
He from Bayamon. Bro, that nigga from Bayamon.
Bro, look at this boy.
You said he was cute. He was cute.
I'm telling you right now.
Smart.
You about to see this right now.
Oh yeah, no, that nigga cute and smart.
This is the Korea Daily.
No, but listen, this is crazy. He's like her age, so he definitely cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be 55 looking like that, and I can see he got the little grays on his chin.
Okay, so this article came out in 2023. They said he was 50 then. So
Okay, see, that's the good looking 50-year-old right there. That's
yo,
crazy. That nigga
he's
could be 30.
he's one of the older owners of Chelsea, one of the Premier League teams.
Yeah.
All right.
See, now he got money.
Yeah, nah,
That's what I'm saying. This shit
nah,
ain't
yeah,
new to him.
yeah,
So look, he let her grab Padres as her pet project, basically.
yeah,
'Cause
pretty
he
much.
already
He's like,
already
yo,
focused on what he
he's like,
focused on.
he's like, yo, I got a football team, like an actual football team. So you know,
Nah,
so
we're still American, bro. Don't pull that shit here.
I know.
We're
I
still
mean,
American.
hey, Trump said it, so I'm just repeating what he said. But nah, yeah. So he's like, yeah, I got one of these global football teams. Listen, man, yo, yo, happy birthday, yo. I know Thanksgiving is later on this year, but here you go. Here go your own very own baseball team right here, man. Take that.
Hey, babe, look, I'm at the baseball store. Which one you want? What you want? You want the AL or the NL? You want the A? Yo, this nigga, they not playing, bro. It's a different game to them.
He's like, you sure? I mean, you know, the Dodgers, and you know what I mean?
I'm at the baseball team store. You sure you don't want the Dodgers? Magic I already spoke to Magic last week. We could do that. They twice as much, but we could do that. She said, nah, let's keep it humble. She said, just grab me the little one on the beach. Just the little one on the beach, the brown one. Yeah, I want that one. Yeah. Yeah. So, yo, when the last time you cried, yo?
Cried?
Yeah.
Like actually like cried or just shed some tears?
Well, drop a tear is like a movie occurrence. No, I'm talking about ugly cry like Embiid.
Probably say some time last year.
Yeah, because of the homie. The homie at work.
Yeah, that kind of was it. That was a little unexpected. That kind of got me right there. So especially seeing that we started getting really close too. So that was kind of crazy.
Oh,
right
damn.
That would hit me right there. So that was kind of that one. Yeah, that was real.
You think that's healthy though? Like as far as that being the last time you let something, you let it out, like type shit. Like you've been good since then.
I mean, I think I've dealt with other things like, you know, since then. You know what I mean? So like, like I don't know. Like you said, ugly. You know what I mean? I don't get ugly like that. I have my moments. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. You know me. I sit with it sometimes. You know what I mean? So it may not necessarily be out here, but it's there. You know what I mean? So that's funny. That was one of those. One of the questions I was asked a little later in the pod. But yeah, like, you know, like outlets. You know what I mean? So I think I got like some outlets for that. You know what I mean? So at least starting to get some healthy ones. You know what I mean? So healthier outlets. You know, so I tried all the unhealthy ones. So, you know, let's see how the healthy ones work out for me right now. You know what I mean? So
I just snorted a line of creatine before I got on this, John.
Hey, you know, it's kind of funny. That's one way to get it.
Straight to the brain.
Straight to the brain, straight in the system. It all goes the same place anyway. So
yes, sir. Bloodstream.
You know, so it just depends on how quickly it gets there. So
yeah. Shout out to the needle. Never mind. So what's your biggest fear?
I don't know, man. The Sixers having a flop of a season.
After all of this?
Ask me later. You know what I mean?
After all of this? Could you imagine after all of this we get knocked out in the second round, bro?
Dog, could
you imagine after all of this?
Nigga, we don't make the playoffs, bro. That'd be bad.
Bro. Oh no! The only reason that could happen, the only way that happened is if Maxey and VJ get like really, really injured. Like Maxey get an Achilles, Maxey be going like Tatum going this year, and then VJ mess around and get a meniscus, or like nah. He a young boy, so he would get what's the joint with the knee?
Like an ACL or MCL.
ACL. There you go. He would get an ACL. So imagine that VJ get an ACL, Maxey get an Achilles, and then Bron is just like, well, shoot, I'm not leading this team. And then Jaylen Brown he just reverts into like like the worst form of Kobe, gunning and just running and gunning and thinking like he got to put everything on his back type shit. Could you imagine that? And then like everybody starts to hate him in the city. Everybody turns on Jaylen Brown.
That's probably my worst fear right now. That's the main thing. Just so much hype and so much excitement and fanfare.
And the whole time AD on the bench, like, none of this is my fault.
Had nothing to do with this.
I'm just street clothes. Nigga.
I had nothing to do with this.
Yep. I told y'all to trade for me. You should have kept your old injured superstar.
Yeah. Now I'm sitting on the bench, out here rocking my Kobe's. While looking at
Jaylen retired.
Jaylen Brown,
he didn't want to be because he didn't want to be a wizard. Yeah, it's over, bro. So yeah, I think that's up there. That is definitely up there. If the season's a complete flop.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The only way this season could be a flop is if Maxey and VJ go down hard.
Yeah, but I imagine there's some contingencies for this one. But I guess the how should I say it? The softened schedule. I think that helps some things there. You know what I mean? That makes life a little easier for us there. Hopefully.
Thanks, Adam.
You know what I mean? Adam looking out. You know what I mean? So I like that.
Speaking of, what the hell is going on with Kawhi, man? Like, here we go. Yet another week. Is anybody in trouble?
Man, honestly, I feel like that premature announcement was just a float to see how people would really feel about just. That was one of those things. That's one of those,
chilling.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, see if this will buy us like a month.
Yeah, see how people would really feel about this if we just kind of just put this joint under the rug. You know what I mean? Like what do we really need to Because at the end of the day, we already talked about it. The Clippers. I felt like the Clippers already got their karma. so any more karma on them, man, it's like almost like like dang, it's like you kicking a hurt dog already. You know what I mean? So like, how much worse could it get for the Clippers at this point now? You know what I mean? So it's not like they're gonna make Ballmer sell the team. I mean, Ballmer's the richest owner of all the sports. Sir, you're gonna have to give up your team. Sure, okay. You just want me to go with the Saudis and just start a new league now, huh? You want me to do that, huh? So
no, that live shit collapsed, right?
It's collapsing. It's there.
It's pretty, when it's something so big, it takes a while to fall, but it's an epic collapse. It's a collapse.
Because they spent so much money, and I don't think that it's not garnering the amount of attention they want. But also, the collapse is happening because the oil running a little dry too right now. So, so the live leagues go where the oil goes, and if you ain't got no oil flowing, and motherfuckers don't want to travel to your country and hang out and watch these games because it's going down. You might have to fall back for a little bit. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
you know what I mean. So hence why you're probably starting to see some of these valuations and new ownerships in all these different leagues and teams right now because these motherfuckers find ways to finagle and move this shit around. So, but yeah, man. I think that's like one of the things that's starting to come down the pike is that like. I got a feeling that the Clippers are probably going to get somewhat of a slap on the wrist because apparently they're negotiating the punishment right now. So, the league.
Oh, is Uncle Dennis involved? Because if he is, then he's going to win. Man, he's going to fuck around and get a private jet and a new fresh estate out of it.
Yeah, he's gonna get a private jet and a fresh estate in a prison. Uncle Dennis gonna be the one to take the L out there. So
no, I'm telling you, that boy undefeated. That boy's undefeated. Nothing's happening to Uncle Dennis. Uncle Dennis is going down in history. Is like I swear, if they could give him a yellow jacket, he deserves one. Like, or it's gold. It's gold. I don't want to disrespect the jacket because you got to earn that. But if they could get that boy a gold jacket, he doesn't he deserve one? Like, look at what he has done in his career, bro.
I mean, he's pulled in more than a lot of agents. He's probably the best agent of the century right now. No disrespect to Rich Paul. You know what I mean?
No disrespect to Rich Paul because Rich Paul is absolutely legitimate. Uncle Dennis has been doing this shit under the cover of darkness,
under the table.
Yeah, this boy's been double dealing and going back on everybody. Talking about hitting a hurt dog. That boy, he's been beating everybody for everything he can take from him. Like he the one who convinced him. Yeah, Pop, I don't know about this guy. Yeah, now they say he's good, but nah, he ain't proved it yet to me. Like told Kawhi to get the hell up out of San Antonio. Negotiated like the hugest deal for this boy to go to Toronto. You know, Toronto paid this boy under the table too. They just happy that they ain't get caught. You know, Masai Ujiri was like, "Yeah, I'm about to take care of you, brother. You come up on out of there, brother. I'm about to take care of you, brother."
Well, but you know what though? I think that's probably why he ended up going.
Allegedly,
The Clippers had to figure something out because remember, man, with his Toronto deal, like when he was in Toronto, there was somebody that was in Toronto, one of these like big Bitcoin or big crypto guys, and his thing was like, "Yo, Kawhi, if you stay, I'm gonna give you all of your salary. I'm gonna give you an interest free loan on your salary up front. You know what I mean? And I'll give it to you either in crypto, you take it in cash, do what you want with it. And that's one of those things that you can't necessarily really argue against,
you
man.
can't regulate that. You can't regulate that. That's
Well,
just generosity. That's just
I mean, that's
that's
generosity,
fandom.
but that's generosity fandom. But that's can you imagine you get
Can
your
the
own
NBA
best?
come in? Can the NBA step in and say, "Hell no, you can't do that"? Just kind of like think about it. Like this is just a stupid example, but think about it. Say you go into a store and you're dealing with a retail worker and they help you immensely, and you're like, "Damn, can I give you a tip?" And they're like, "Nah, we're not allowed to accept tips, but we appreciate it though." You know what I'm saying? You're like, "Fuck." You know, that is a policy. It's written in. You think that could be a thing? Because on some real stuff, that sounds like one of those things where it's like the NBA. If a bull sit here and tell you, "Hey, yo, outside of everything that's organized and regulated, if you come play for my city, I'm about to give you your own estate. Like I'm about to straight up give you your own acreage. I'm about to give you a healthy, substantial amount of acreage in this city that you are going to own and your children are going to own after that. And their children will own after that." Can the NBA regulate that?
It's rough.
I don't know. I
I don't
don't
know.
think so.
I don't know. If it's not coming from the owner, if it's not coming from ownership, you know what I mean, then I think technically they can't. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those
Yeah,
things
but if that's the case, then shoot. If I was the owner, I could be like, "Yo, Scotty, give him a farm." You know, like that's not hard. If I'm not like seriously, if I'm a billionaire dude with billionaire dude friends, I'm like, yeah, you know what? One of the dudes that I go to lunch with, I'll just have him do it.
which makes this whole thing with with aspiration look even crazier because it's just like you're writing a check directly to it. Like you put like it's not even 6 degrees of separation. There's literally one
No, it's
degree.
actually immediate. But it looks stupid. It looked crazy. It looked disrespectful. But it also looks like
It's like yo, nah, it's too.
it looks like when a kid turns in a book report that they completely like you could tell that they completely like what is it called when you steal people's writing?
Plagiarized.
Yeah, you could tell they plagiarized like the whole thing. Like they literally just wrote they wrote whatever was on the back of the book
Back of the book.
and they turned it in and they smiling and they're proud of themselves. They're like, "This is what you wanted, right?" And you looking at like, what the fuck that? Maybe I miscommunicated, you know? Like maybe I didn't make myself clear. I think that was kind of how the Clippers was looking at it, like no, this is what you wanted, right? Like we went around it. Like, right? That's what you're supposed to do.
book
Like
report was a whole just
like
back cover or stuff like that. But
yeah, just literally the back cover. Like, no, but like they looked at him. They looked at him. They was proud of themselves. They looked at Adam and was like, "Look, we did it, right? That's what we were supposed to do. We circumvented that shit, right? Like we were supposed to do that, right?
this is like
We went around it.
Adam, like
Like,
yo,
we didn't pay him.
I'm like yo,
We paid somebody to pay him.
what are you doing? like yo, what are you doing here, yo? Like Adam's looking at him like yo, this.
Steve's like, yeah, this is how you handle things in business. Like, I didn't do it personally. I got somebody else to do it. That's legal, right?
This is one of our sponsors. I got we kept it in house. You know what I mean? So yeah, so you kept it in house. Just made a paper trail directly in house, which is kind of crazy considering that these days you got crypto. I mean, you
Can
really
you
could
even
just
punish a nigga that's so ignorant?
that's it. I guess why you have to negotiate it. I mean,
Like, wait,
because
do you even know what you did wrong?
yeah, it's just like what do they say? If you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough, or whatever they say that, whatever. But boy, oh boy,
You know what's crazy? You might be one of the only people I've ever heard say that. When I think about that phrase, it's you who I hear
I'm
saying
not
that in my
I'm
mind.
not I'm not justifying
Treacherous
it.
Jones. No, but you're like the biggest advocate that I've experienced in my life. I've been here for a while. I ain't never heard nobody else say that. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I
I'm
might have
just
heard maybe one other person
I'm just I'm
within the 7 or 8 times that I've heard you say it over my lifespan. I probably maybe heard one other person say it.
well, I'm just drawing a line here. I'm drawing a line. I'm just saying if in Toronto the boy is saying, "Yo, I'm gonna give you your whole contract up front."
You talking
You
about the
look,
boy? Talking
I'm
about Drake?
just well, no, that wasn't even Drake. Yeah, Drake ain't even offer that. Drake like, I want you to stay, but I ain't doing all that. I need that for me. What do you mean? So, but it was whatever crypto bank owner, whatever they said they were gonna give him his money up front. They were gonna give him an up interest free loan up front for his contract. I guess they probably looked at that, and then Kawhi probably looked at over to his people and was like, well, if I get paid up front, it's an interest free loan. I could flip that. I could throw that, whatever they say, invest in the market. You get your 10%, 50%, 15%, whatever you get. So then it's kind
Yeah.
of the thing. So then he probably take that to the Clippers, was like, yo, can you do that? And he's like, man, obviously they can only do that in Canada, but we can figure something out though. So but they figured that out on top of, giving up a MVP to get Paul George. Whew, and all those picks in the future. I feel like they already paid enough just by like the saltiness of it all is almost, I don't know, punishment within itself. You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things where like you do something, you're not supposed to do it, but it don't work out. Like you learn your lesson immediately just from falling straight on your ass. You know what I mean? Like we're just like, damn, dog. Like this is one of those life lessons where they say, man, like those L's are for lessons and stuff like that, because I'd never do this shit again. You know what I mean? Like that's one of those things that I think the Clippers are probably looking at right now, where it's just like, yo, we fucked up. I mean, I think they know they fucked up, but
So the weird thing about this whole thing is I'm really intrigued about the lack of I don't even I guess I'll just keep it as general as disciplinary action that Kawhi will have to experience.
that's to be seen though. I mean, that's the main question there. We don't know what he's got to actually, like it hasn't come down yet, but I imagine if what I heard is true, it's the Clippers that actually leaked this ruling or whatever. If the NBA was just trying to see what was going to happen, and they were probably going to just give them a slap on the wrist, but the Clippers jumped the gun and decided, oh yeah, this is the ruling here, and then they leaked that to the media. Now the NBA is on some shit where it's just like, nah, we're gonna have to decide this now. See, we're gonna make a favorable decision. You know what I mean? We ain't want to fuck y'all completely over, but nah, you might have to do that for you. We might have to give you that now. You know what I mean? So, and I don't know, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, all right, Kawhi, how do you punish him? You void the rest of his contract. I mean, he's already got paid out for the contract he was already on. So do you take money back? The
That'd be
NBA,
crazy.
the,
They would be set up to be getting sued if they tried that.
yeah. The NBA Players Association, they're not gonna let that happen. They're not gonna let nobody give back no money. And on top of that, I don't know. I mean, you gotta, like I know the other owners are gonna probably want to actually get some type of recompense or something like that. But the Clippers, they don't got no where to draft picks. These niggas ain't got no draft picks. So are they gonna take picks that they traded from other people? They gonna take their picks from OKC?
I mean, it ultimately hurts the NBA's product if they were to like make the Clippers suck as an
Yeah.
organization even further.
So that's the thing. Is it's like, like how do you hurt them without hurting yourself? You know what I mean?
Well,
I
who is
heard Mike
the
Tomlin say that before.
offender? Let's hash this shit out right now, officially. Who is the offender? Who is guilty? Who is guilty? Who's the guilty party? Who was the one who came up, knew the rules, and fucking broke them on purpose?
We're going to say maybe ownership.
Ownership, Ballmer, right?
Yep. Yep.
Fine. Hefty fine, right?
Okay.
Hefty fine. Here's another way you can hit him. Hit him in the balls. Ban his ass. You're not allowed to come to no games. Ban his ass for like a year. You know why? Because that's going to be an embarrassment. There's going to be a bad mark on him. And on top of that, he fucking loves the sport. You're going to tell him he can't come to the building he owns? You know how much that's going to be a kick in the balls? Yeah, ban his ass. Okay? So fine and ban. Who else is guilty? Name somebody else is guilty. He ain't the only one.
We're going to say Kawhi for accepting the money under the table.
Okay. Kawhi for accepting the money under the table. Fine. Okay? Fine. No, you're not paying no money back, but you know what you're going to do? You're either going to play this season for free or you're not going to play this season. It's up to you. It's up to you. Because what it really comes down to is you accepted about $26 million that we can prove that was completely illegal money. We're not going to take you to jail. We're not going to take the money back. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to put your fucking NBA account in a deficit. So every dollar that you earn is $1 toward. Every dollar that you earn on that floor is $1 toward paying the NBA back, which you took from us unrightfully, knowingly.
So
you can play or you can not play, but we know you got money. You should play. You got a good legacy, a good career. You've been doing good. You healthy. You should play.
So you fine him the amount of his contract? Is he up?
Yeah, I mean, he could get on a plan. Maybe he could pay 75%, maybe 60%, something like that. But like realistically, he shouldn't be able to collect more NBA checks. He couldn't. He should not be able to collect more NBA checks, having owed the NBA $26 million, $52 million. Those are big dollars.
But that's the thing, man. It's playing at this point, man. You kind of have to ban him from the league.
Oh, Kawhi?
Yeah, you kind of have to ban him.
No. I'm not saying
a couple years suspension. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of. You know what I mean? Like
why do you have to ban him from the league instead of just making him play for free?
Okay, because all right, you void his contract, right? But
I didn't say you void his contract.
Yeah, but so how do you make him play for free?
Because you like I just said,
like
you create a deficit and whatever. Like you could make an NBA account. You can make an account. Like you know how everybody got payroll, right? You got payroll. You got payroll. Everybody got payroll. You make a fucking deficit on his payroll. So whenever he's supposed to collect a check, it really is just going to. It's like it's garnished. It's like child support. It's like fucking student loans. Like you're literally garnishing his wages to pay his fucking fine back. So he can't collect a check from the NBA without having paid back that check. Now you know what that'd do to a nigga psychologically. That'd make a nigga go, well, shit. How much I owe? I'll just pay it all up front right now. Dead ass. But you're not requiring that, you know? So I think that's more than enough. I think that's fucking logical. And I also think it's generous and I think it's amiable and amicable and all that good old shit.
Yeah, but that's, you know, because that's the, you know, but I guess people will probably see it as like, you know, all right, the league's just trying not to lose a star. They're just trying to figure out a way to make, you know what I mean, to make.
I mean, we don't want to lose a star though, for real. Like you know if I'm Adam, if I'm the MBPA, right? Players.
Yeah.
If I'm Adam, if I'm MBPA, I don't want to lose a star. I want him to continue to play. I feel like he's still got years left. I don't feel like he got that many years left. So let him play. Let him play. But here go the thing though.
But the question is,
he can't keep taking money. He can't keep taking money though.
Well, that's the thing. It's just like how serious is cap circumvention?
I mean, do you want to set an example for the rest of the teams, or do you not? Do you want the teams that you want everybody else to be just as creative and more creative,
you know,
or do you want them to avoid it in general? It comes down to how serious it is.
Yeah, so it's kind of because
I think it's serious. I think fairness is very serious. I think what is the word? Like when everybody's equal or whatever, that little parity. Yeah, I think that's very serious. I think that's something that everybody has been doing things to attempt to achieve in every league.
Almost a little too well in the NBA, to be honest, but you know,
I think it's great.
So, but yeah, I mean, I feel that. I think it's one of those things where, again, that's why they're in a weird situation where they're negotiating. So, all right, you pay back the money that you stole. You know what I mean, or that you can't necessarily
No,
say you
you
didn't earn it.
can't. You can't collect more money.
Yeah. So maybe it just be the case there where he has just a cap, like they void his contract and just have a cap on future earnings.
That would be cool as shit. Like
So we're
10%. You'd be 10% Kawhi.
so yeah, like
10K.
essentially.
That'd be his new name. 10K.
I mean, I don't know how the NBA PA would feel about that, but that's an interesting one right there.
I mean, I feel like being creative is absolutely necessary in times like these.
It is, but it's like also a case of where it's just like, but will that just create more circumvention? You know what I mean? Because all right,
That's what
you
I mean. Like through this, okay, through making Bomber suffer and making Kawhi suffer, do you think that that would make other people want to do it more, or do you think like how are you going to deter this type of behavior in the future? I think that being strong and firm about it is more of a way of doing it than not
yeah,
being strong and firm about it.
yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I'm thinking. Like, if you're gonna have to be strong and firm, you might have to suspend them for a couple seasons.
Like to me,
That's
I feel
I
like
mean, like you're
that's a
hurt.
no win.
Yeah, I mean, it's a no win, but it's like, how much do you want to deter this here? Because the thing about it is more or less like as an owner,
Extremely.
because as an owner, it's like, all right,
But hit
I
him in
get,
the wallet though. You ain't gotta
all
hit
right,
it. You ain't gotta beat up his career. You could just hit him in the wallet.
so all right, you hit the wallet, all right, but let's be honest, for a lot of these owners, it's a hit, but it's I mean, you see what these teams going for,
Well,
man. He's running,
I already told you with Bomber. You ban his ass from the
yeah.
facility. Like
I still
literally.
I still own the team, so you know what I mean.
You
So
still on the team. You just can't come. You
you know what I mean.
cannot come.
I still got a cell phone. I
That's
still got
embarrassing.
FaceTime. I
That's
still got,
cool.
you know.
You can't come.
So that's still got it on. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. But then there's also like a guy like Balmer. Again, man, he's the richest owner in sports. So who's to say? All right, two could play that game. You want to start this NBA Europe League? Okay, cool. FIBA, what's good? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but like that's the thing. Are you fucking like we're thinking that as the NBA here?
yeah,
Are you reluctant to take action on a serious crime because you're afraid of retaliation? That's crazy work, bro. That's not how you want to look at things. Fuck that.
uh,
Like and it's crazy. I've been trying not to curse. Like I don't know
yeah,
if you noticed, but over the last
yeah.
week I've been doing a really good job at it. But like literally, I think that is a whack way of thinking about it. Like you can't go into these situations like, okay, I'm about to administer justice, and
I
I
mean,
hope they don't get mad. Nah,
well,
they gonna get mad, but they gonna take that. They gotta take that.
I think you have to
They
just.
wrong.
But the thing is, you have to know what's coming on. So almost like I feel like you might have to like if you're gonna really, if it's really serious, you might have to go to Gusto. You might have to force them to sell a team, force sale the team.
I think that is.
That's
I think that could be on the table, but I also think that's slightly extreme.
it's
Like I'm not telling you that it's wrong. I'm not like they have that right. Like absolutely for being a dishonest little child, holding your hands behind your back and crossing your fingers. Yeah, I don't want to deal with you no more. Absolutely, I would stand that way too. And you what, like 60 years old, man? You ain't about to change your ways. I don't trust you no more. I do feel that way. I understand that, but I also understand that that is such an unpopular opinion that you want to give a ball 2 or 3 times to prove who they are
yeah,
before you have to just hang them. Right?
yeah.
That's how I feel personally.
It's
That's
it's
merciful.
like it's rough, man. I don't know. It's weird because if it's my personal sentiments, I don't know. Do I think there should be a NBA do I think there should be a salary cap? I mean, I'm more in favor of just a heavyweighted luxury. So
Yeah,
if
but
you
there
are,
needs to be parity. There needs to be fairness. Like you can't just be the Yankees and just be buying shit all the whole entire my lifetime.
yeah, I mean, but I think the way you do it is you do a pit, you do like, all right, so you do a heavyweighted tax on the upper end, but then also I think you make exemptions against the tax or against your salary cap based on the players that you keep on your team. So for instance, if I draft 3 ballers and I max them out because I actually drafted them here, I would actually kind of count their salary actually as a discount against the salary cap as opposed to anything else. So like for instance,
Yeah, I get that.
so like if the max,
But
like,
however,
if
if
the
you
max,
trade for LeBron James, then what?
that's another story then that's but if I'm more or less thinking a hometown discount type of thing where it's just like, but the hometown discount is built in for the team. So for instance, like that player's max salary is 50 mil just for a number, but because they're a hometown player, the discount against our salary cap, they only hit our books for like 35 or some shit like that, or maybe, you know what I mean, like, like that's the thing where it's like more favorable to keep
So you're
guys.
incentivizing basically just being homegrown.
Yep. So I would do that, and then if you do trade, you make the trade, but
Would you put penalties on big trades or no?
no, I think that's penalty. That's penalty in itself. Well, for the team and the player, you know what I mean. Like I wouldn't put penalties on big trades because big trades is big money, but you don't get a discount for it. You pay the price for the guys you get. You know what I mean? Like that's the price you pay. So, but
That's interesting.
you know what I mean. But it's a weighted tax. So because remember, man, in Golden State's heyday when they had all those guys and they were paying that luxury tax, their salary was crazy. Like they were paying some crazy money, man. Like they were pretty much like paying practically double the cap. You know what I mean? Like just in luxury tax fines. You know what I mean? So, but that
when you know what you want,
yeah, but but the thing is, you could say parity, but all that money, that tax that goes back into the league. So it ain't like you as another team owner, you're not seeing some of that. You know what I mean? But
well, I don't think it's, to me personally, I don't think it's like they got what they got in place. They got these aprons and shit. It's not a foregone conclusion. What, you got feelings about the apron?
Well, that's the thing. We'll see how much longer the aprons are here. So we'll see. I mean, they still got ways before they got to renegotiate the CBA, but I don't think those aprons are gonna be around after the next CBA. So I think that.
What makes you feel that way? What gives you that idea? You've been talking to the players?
Players, media, executives, and
on every level, it's just unpopular.
Yeah, it's just unpopular, which may be the case there. Why everybody think they lost, but I think they say what the best deals where both sides feel like they lost in a situation, but I don't know. I think generally, players kind of lost in the sense like the middle class of the league is kind of carved out. Like you got Jonathan Kuminga. Granted, like my man, he just signed today. What, 13 per year, 2 years?
Yeah, that's where like if he would have signed for his team, he would have been great. But that ain't happened. They ain't pay him, so now he got to start over.
Yeah, so
that should almost remind me of MLB free agency. Like, yeah, nigga, you just a slave until you're not. Honestly, when am I not? We'll let you know soon.
So granted, like there's been some dumb contracts over the years. There've been some guys that got paid way too much money just because of fads. Where you get your Davis Bertans, your Otto Porter Juniors.
Davis, if you're gonna do a fucking long A on the first one, you gotta do a long A on the second one. But you're not doing a long A on the second one, so you can't do a long A on the first one. Davis,
let me do what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? So I wasn't trying to slander the man's first name. You know what I mean? And say he got I never want to say somebody got paid more than they were supposed to. You know what I mean? But
no, he was tall.
So
no, for real, he was tall. He was like 6'8", 6'9". He was tall.
And he could shoot threes, but not really much outside of that. Nah, if anything, he was a good 3-point shooter. But
no, that was the only thing. He was a good 3-point shooter, so that's why I just went straight to a secondary skill, which was he was tall. He was tall. If you put him out there, he looked like he could do some shit.
About 30.
Like, he was definitely a good. Go ahead.
It was he like 20? He was somewhere between 29, 35 a year.
That's crazy work.
Yeah, so it was
Duncan Robinson effect.
so that's you're looking at something like that. So
Yeah,
you got those contracts, but then you weigh that against like actual guys that I don't know pretty solid that probably should earn like decent mid tier pay, mid tier length that just sort of aren't seeing that right now. You know what I mean? So that's a rough one. But then you juxtapose that where you got your Trey Young is getting what almost 40 a year, something like that. So I don't know what's going on out here. So, but to the Clippers of it all, yeah, this is it's a weird situation. It's a weird situation because I feel like the NBA, well, the Clippers didn't benefit from Kawhi going to, and everything that going over there, but I feel like the NBA definitely more than benefited from from the Clippers actually making a run at it and having the Clippers versus the Lakers and all the hoopla and everything about around that. Then also, the Clippers convincing them to go and open a new stadium in Inglewood and all that stuff like that. So all that's kind of getting folded into that. You know what I mean? So I think that the matter of the circumvention probably being so public. I think that's the rough part about it right there because it's so public. Because I imagine if the NBA just saw this shit, they probably called it. They probably would have called. They probably would have called Balmer and be like, "Yo, what's going on, dog? Like, what's
yeah,
good?"
yeah, yeah. They wouldn't have had to handle it publicly if it
Yes,
wasn't so public.
you know what
But
I mean.
unfortunately, somebody had to discover it that wasn't them.
Yeah.
That was what was embarrassing about it. Some random ass Asian. I think is he Mexican Asian or is he? Or is some random ass Asian Hispanic nigga on his own discovered the whole entire plot twist behind what was like really literally cooking your organization for like 50 million. Like,
Oh, my brother, Filipino. So there we go.
he's Filipino.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he got a Spanish name. Filipino speak Spanish. That's fly.
Man, my man went to Harvard too. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he's one of those. Him and Conan. I remember one time somebody made fun of him. One of the boy with the big beard. He was like, "Yeah, yeah, it's not like I went to Harvard," and he just kind of like glossed over it. And I was like, "Wait, Pablo went to Harvard?" Yeah, but see, that's fake. What is that called?
Fake clout.
Nah. I don't want to use the word clout. I was gonna say it's like a P word. It's not pedigree, but it's like it's like fake. Oh, respect it because it's a name. It's Harvard, but it's one of those things, though.
Prestige.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Prestige. It's fake prestige, right? You just say you went to Harvard, and it's like, damn.
I mean, but hey,
I don't even know how many questions I want to ask you.
He took down the Clippers. I mean, that's where it is right there. You know what I mean? That's what
One man, one mission took down the whole Clippers. But that's the thing. That's embarrassing, bro. That's embarrassing to the league because Adam and them, they knew about this shit. They was just trying to let this shit go under wraps, bro. They don't care. They was like, look, man, as long as you do it clean, man, don't put my name in it, nigga. Right? That's how Adam was looking at this shit. Every time he shook their hands, every time he went to whatever dinners and banquets and all like types of fundraisers and shit, and all these American World events and the FIBA Johns and all of that, the shaking the hands and the kissing of the asses and the babies and things. They wasn't worried about this shit. But then Pablo was like, "Hey, yo, ain't this against the rules?" And then Adam was like, "Fuck. Now I got to do something about this shit."
Yeah, and I think that's the big part about it. But I mean, I know, like, because
it's not like the league was looking for this. It's not like the league was like, "Oh man, there's money getting leaked somewhere, and I don't know where. Oh man, these players have different motivations that we aren't able to track." Like, seriously, nobody was investigating this shit NBA side.
I think the NBA is more concerned with niggas sports betting on games they're playing. All right,
Pablo leaked that shit too. Pablo got these niggas all fucked up.
So it's like, all right, bro. Like, it's like, like you trying to keep a major player on your team, whatever. That's fine. These niggas betting and throwing games. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of those things that's that's probably a little bit more makes it rough. But I guess also, man, but I think just the ownership structure, I guess, like how much access to team books should the league actually have?
All of it, don't they? Shouldn't they?
How much access? And then there's a question here: how much access to the owner's personal books should the league have?
No, none.
So
Like, what are
that's
you talking about?
that's so that's
Like,
so that's so that's a rough one right there, right? That's it.
so okay, here's the thing, right? This is weird to me because I don't know how this stuff works. I haven't like I know for a fact that to be a business, you have to be a business, right?
Yep.
Like I know that sounds stupid, but to be a business, you have to be registered, you have to be like a legal entity, right? Like you have to be recognized by your state, you have to be recognized by your country, you have to have like an address, you have to operate under some type of fucking federal law, some type of state law, all that shit. You're regulated. You're a business. That's what you are. That's what you are. That's who you are. You're accountable for taxes. You got a tax ID. Motherfuckers is looking at you at the end of every year and expecting some information and some answers about how you're operating and doing what you're doing. I'm serious. It just is what it is. As a business, that's what's required, right? Now, that's the minimum. Now, imagine being a business that's involved in a league, and the league has its own policies and its own I don't even know. There's different words for all of that, but they have their own guidelines, their own regulations. They have their own officers who come and they do their own inspections on you, and you have to be league worthy. You have to be like league standard, right? Like you can't, like for instance, everybody's got practice facilities. I'm pretty sure your practice facilities have to be up to league standards in order to be considered a viable practice facility. You ain't gonna just have niggas sitting there at the rec like, yo, this is what works, you know? Like, nah, you got to have something that's up to league standards. I'm sure league regulates a whole bunch of different stuff on different levels, and one of the things they regulate is payrolls.
Yeah. But the thing is, extra payroll pay, you know what I mean? Like, it's how do they, like, I guess how would you go about that and audit that? You know what I mean? Access the players' personal accounts, things like that. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, how much access did you have? Like, the only thing is, like, the only reason that the league was even able to see this is because the company ended up going belly up, and all those records end up becoming like public knowledge, and
Well, the
in the
thing
midst of a
is,
lot
you
of
got to
things.
also keep in mind one thing I was going to get to in my little example that I was given was I was going to say that the team itself as a business is completely contingent on being a part of that league. Well, if the team is no longer a part of the league, what the fuck is the team about to do? They about to become the Globetrotters. Like they about to just go on tour like the circus. Like they literally just about to play themselves. Like, you get what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
Go ahead.
So yeah, but that so that's I feel like that's what like the enforcement mechanisms. Like, how do you like enforcing something like this is a little
You
rough.
keep clicking your pen. Are you clicking your pen?
Now there's something right here that keeps popping out here. I just keep trying to put it back in. So, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but yeah, there's but yeah, just enforcement mechanisms for something like that. Like, I don't know if the league would be able to find something out like this immediately. You know what I mean? Like all right, let's look into
They should be
this here, this
auditing
here, this here,
motherfuckers at the
yeah.
end of every season, or at least like, I mean, quarterly is kind of when some people do it, but
Yeah, but that's the only thing is like, but I think the payments that were made to Kawhi, and I could be wrong, were made directly from Ballmer to the other company. You know what I
right.
mean?
And then the
And
other
it's part of
company took Kawhi.
yeah,
So
so
they would have to be investigating personal finances, not just what's moving
what's moving,
within the league.
you know what I mean? So that's the so
But
maybe that
that's the
maybe
crazy part because I'm thinking to myself, like, what if these boys was playing golf and they bet $26 million on a putt? And that's where I would be at if I was Balmer. I would be like, wait, what do you mean? Me and Kawhi, we tight. I owe him 26 million for dinner the other night. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah.
would be tripping. I would be really trolling in that sense. Like, yeah, you don't know what we got between us. We're tight. Since he's been here, I've took him all types of places. Like we've been to Senegal, we've been to Milagro, we've been to all types of places that I don't even know what they call it. Like we owe each other money, bro. We got dealings. You
So
know?
so that's just rough. But I guess the enforcement itself though ends up coming down to ownership, right? Because let's just say the NBA decides it doesn't want to do anything. It'd be incumbent upon the other owners to say, hey, you got to do something about it. But they don't say nothing. That maybe
Because they want to be
the
able to do it too.
the government has to get involved.
The
But is the
government?
government?
No,
But is the
nigga.
government going to really want to get involved in some shit? You know what I mean? Like like
Do
technically
you want
they
to watch
can.
government? You want to watch government sponsored basketball, bro? I'm good. I'm
Nah,
good, cuz.
nah, that's cool, man. So Stefan Marbury told us how that went.
Yo, that just reminded me of that movie I was watching one night where the bull went to go return the ball and the bull pulled out the AK on him and just shot him at the 50-yard line. It's like, I'm not gonna tackle you. I'm just gonna take you down. That's government funded sports right
You know
there.
what I mean? You got that. You know, that had Steve Francis, man, out here, man, just done. You know what I mean? So he was talking about his experience playing in China, and he said, man, like that really made him retire from basketball. Then,
Oh man. Yeah, no, I mean, China, if anybody knows how to industrialize some shit, China can definitely turn some shit into a system and replicate it to the world's end.
You know, that was the big thing there. But I think even with him though, he said it wasn't even really just the ball portion of it that was just bad. It was just everything else. You know what I mean? Like the constant meet and greets, then
The sweatshop portion. Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
that's what I'm saying. He was feeling like he was getting exploited. I'm
Yep.
sure.
And then on
Even
top, I
as a
guess,
black man.
and then I feel like, you know, but then he said that the thing that really got him, that he really couldn't do, that messed it up for him, the food. That's what really broke him at that
No,
point.
that's just disrespectful. That's just disrespectful. Honestly, that's just fucking culturally ignorant.
I don't think it's disrespectful. I think it's just
All
something
right.
about. I think it's something about like, yo,
Do you think Chinese food is overrated, underrated, or properly rated?
I say it's properly rated.
Properly?
Yeah.
I think it's actually underrated on some real shit.
I
Chinese
mean-
food, Chinese cuisine. I think it's
Nah.
actually underrated.
I
You
lo-
ever
I
go
lo-
to the Chinese
I
store?
love Chinese cuisine. I love Chinese.
You ever go to the Chinese store, like random ass North Philly or random ass like maybe Northeast or something like that? Like random Chinese store. I'm talking. You can't even read the sign or whatever. It's called like, I'm not being racist, people. It's called like Bing Bong Panda. You know, it's like random. It's the most random shit ever. You go into that joint, you go and order some like basic like vegetable fried rice or chicken fried rice or like 4 wings and chicken or 4 wings and fried rice, right? The most basic order. Like, and they sitting down in the portion, like, because nobody sits there and eats. They might have a table, but nobody sits there and eats, right? They sitting down eating, and they eating lobster and shrimp and all types of shit with the sauce, and they dipping it, and they are good. Like, you know, the whole family just, you know what I'm saying? And you about to leave with your little 4 wings and fried rice, and you like, damn, what was that shit? They was about to, you know what I'm saying? They was busting the whole grub in their dining room that you've never used and you would never use because you're afraid to get shot in that joint. But yeah, I think that joint is properly underrated.
I mean, nah. Well, that's the thing. I guess I'm a little different because I be rolling with Diplo a lot, so Diplo be put me on the jaunt, so I go into, you know, so it's rated it's rated where it needs to be if you respect it. You know what I mean? You got to respect it. You know what I mean? So
You gotta respect it.
yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, I think there's a certain level of there's certain shit that you want that you just can't that you probably just won't get in the country like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like that's you're not gonna get soul food.
Like funnel cake fries.
Funnel cake fries, burger, meatloaf. You know what I mean? Home cooked meatloaf. You know, you can get the twice fried chicken, but not really quite the fried chicken. You can't get
You
no
ever had
peach
the
cobbler
Chinese
over
spare
there.
ribs?
You know what I mean?
You ever had the Chinese spare ribs?
Yeah, man. I actually had
Yo,
that recently. Actually,
I was kicking it with this. I was kicking it with this young girl, right? I was kicking it with this young girl, nigga. No, I know you want to tell your story, bro. I gotta tell my story first, bro. You see how we both triggered? I know we both triggered. Listen, I was kicking it with this young girl, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm about to get some food from the Chinese store. What you want?" And I'm like, "What they got good? What's good there?" She was like, "I be getting the Chinese spare ribs." I'm like, immediately I got triggered. I'm like, Chinese spare ribs. Like, I'm thinking Chris Tucker or whatever. Like, but I'm like, this is a young Joan. She ain't gonna get it. I ain't gonna mention that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, give me the Chinese spare ribs. And I said it like him. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna take his joke. This is a new generation. This is mine now, right? So I'm like, yeah, give me the Chinese spare ribs. So I keep doing it. I'm doing it and whatever. We get them Jones, bro. They was good as shit, bro. I was like, what have I been missing my whole life, bro? What sauce is this? So yeah, Chinese spare ribs, bro. So how was yours?
Nah, it's amazing. It was with Deep Low. He ordered them Johns. He was like, "Yo, you want to try these Johns?" I was like, "Whatever." And they actually came in like this special barbecue sauce, and I was like, slap, slap, slap." So
So you had the same experience I had.
yeah, so like I'm not going, and it ain't too far from here either. So like that's a crazy thing because now I can get the true China, the spot not too far from where I can get usually I usually have to go to Chinatown for that jump, but that jump just not too far, hop skipping the jump out this motherfucker. So you know what I mean, pray for your boy and my waist.
He said,
So
pray for your boy. Chinese spare ribs is now a part of my regular diet. I probably gonna cut off about 10 years of my life. Just, you know what I'm saying? Pray for me because I wanted to be silent. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go in the night. I ain't trying to feel it. I ain't trying to have it too bad on your boy.
But when I said that, I ain't say that necessarily about like I was just kind of getting back to your point earlier about food and the nicer things, you know what I mean, in life. And it's a thing about not necessarily say that the food and the places you're at isn't good, but it's kind of it's still a little like it could taste good, but it's still foreign to what feels good sometimes, man. You know what I mean? Like, you
When I woke up today,
get you some cornbread, some greens.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so
When I
some
woke
mac
up
and
today,
cheese,
bro.
you know what I mean? Like, and not to say that they
When I
don't
woke
have
up,
that over there, but it ain't the same. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
nah. So listen,
That
that's your
lobster
food.
mac,
That's your
that
culture.
lobster mac, that lobster mac, you know what
That
I
lobster
mean?
bisque.
That lobster
That's your
mac,
culture, though,
that
bro.
lobster
You gotta
mac
respect that.
with the lobster mix,
Mm-hmm.
bisque mix mac.
Can I say one thing? Can I say one thing?
About to say Biz
It's
Mac
something. It's
Biombo.
something. It's something about what they eat that make them live 112 years, though. And it's something about what we eat that make us live like significantly less than that. If we talking about soul food specifically.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna say that shit's underrated. Go ahead, Chinese people. Chinese food is underrated.
We clone our food here too. That's another story there too. So that's
Yeah, I mean America's. I mean, I'm even talking about slave days like fatback. You know what I'm saying? Pig's feet. You know what I'm saying? Pig snout. You know what I'm saying? Pig ears. You know what I'm saying? That's dog food now. But before we used to eat that shit.
Yeah, nah.
Matter of fact, there's still certain contingencies of us that still eat that shit on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Let's keep it basketball though, man. Let's get into this properly rated basketball edition. You ready?
Properly rated?
Yeah. You never heard of it? It's something that I actually created myself. It's called Properly Rated. We're gonna basically name some random things. I'm gonna name some random things, and you're gonna tell me whether they are overrated, underrated, or properly rated. And then we're gonna discuss how and why. But we're just gonna keep it basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
All right, Peyton Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard?
Yep.
Properly rated.
Oh?
Yeah, I feel like he's starting to get his respect. You start to see.
You feel like he was underrated at one point?
Most definitely.
But you feel like now niggas is recognizing?
I mean, niggas recognized before, but I think niggas saw it before. Now,
and you know what? Because of niggas like you, that's why I think he's overrated.
So, because of niggas like me, just because I said he's properly rated now, I'm saying he would say he's overrated.
No, because you saying he was underrated, and now niggas is giving him his respect. So now he's properly rated, and I'm like, you know what? That makes him overrated. I think you just made him overrated. I think you just overrated him.
Nah, I think Boston might have overrated him, thinking that they could actually replace him with Jaylen Brown with him. But nah, he's still a good player. Shit, I like him on my team. So I mean, we don't need him right now. It's a long.
Oh man, they go back. Yo, shout out Hav. When the whole league was disrespecting Jaylen Brown and all of this shit was coming out about him being a negative player and him thinking he knew everything and him having to be the smartest person in the room and all that shit, we was like in the group text, this boy Hav was like, this is fucking bullshit. I think any team would appreciate Jaylen Brown having Jaylen Brown on it. Man, that was some beautiful, beautiful prophetic words from Hav, man. You remember that?
Yes. And then it was just magical that we had. And the thing is, I didn't even think I was just rooting for Jaylen Brown at the time. You know what I mean?
We was just like, yo, this is disrespectful as shit. Like, I don't even like ball like that, but this is disrespectful how the league is treating them. Like, we actually go ahead.
That's crazy. And then they sent them here, and it's just like, damn. All right, okay, we'll take that shit. You know what I mean? Another man's sauce is another man's sandwich. You know what I mean? It's what they call that.
Yeah.
So, but
Another man's grass is one man's grass is another man's ass.
but yeah, man. So like, hey, we'll make that work. We'll make that work. So y'all don't appreciate it. We do. So, which is
Yeah.
weird. Which is man.
That's crazy how that played out, bro. Like
Yeah.
I never rooted for this boy in my entire life. I never was like, "Ooh, I'm compassionate. I see things from Jaylen Brown's perspective right now." This is the first time in my life. I used to make fun of his hair. I used to make fun of him when he was on the USA team. Like, who the fuck is Bull? I used to make fun of his chin strap. I used to make fun of his like jawline. I used to make fun of
left hand,
him having no left. Like, I made fun of him trying to dunk on everybody every chance he get. Like, but at this particular time, right before he came here, it was like, yo, y'all tripping. Y'all can't sit here and act like Bull ain't Bull though. Y'all can't act like he ain't just do what he just did like a couple times. You know?
Which is
like
which is crazy. I still don't understand.
He came out top 5 in the league the last like 2 or 3 years. You know? Despite everything everybody is talking about, they want to ignore that. I mean, matter of fact, we've had this argument. We've had this discussion. You know, I sat here and I named a whole bunch of people who are better than Jaylen Tatum. But I am going to say he's top 10. Jaylen Brown has been top 10.
Jaylen Tatum, damn.
Jason Tatum. I'm sorry.
Well,
it don't matter.
Jaylen Tatum, I'm about to say like, damn, that's Brown. So that's JB's son. But so
yeah,
that's Dude's grandpop right there. But
yeah. That's what I love that about Allah. Allah be like, oh man, I don't know what that boy's name was before, but tonight his name is Kobe Harris because Tobias just made him his son. I'm like, you gonna say this on the broadcast, Allah?
Oh my gosh.
He'd be like, yeah, they go Kobe Harris trying to get an assist. 3 plays later, the joke's still alive. All right. Anyway. Let's get to the next one.
All right. Next one. Let's see.
Kobe White.
Kobe White. Underrated.
You know, we was just talking about the Clippers. Ain't he on the Clippers now?
No, I think he doubled down. He's staying in what's the name? Charlotte. So
he's staying in Charlotte?
Yeah, he's staying in Charlotte.
Oh shit.
They traded LaMelo.
So they want that ball a lot, huh?
Yeah. He's their new starting point guard. So
I like him. I ain't gonna lie, I like him. I like him ever since UNC. I liked him in Chicago. But like I feel like he fell like Zach LaVine. I feel like Zach LaVine took a lot from him.
Well, that's the thing. I think he had to compete with a lot when he was in Chicago, and I don't think. But I think his last year in Chicago, he was balling. And I think that was the big thing there too. Is that like I think he sprouted up because I know the first few seasons didn't really look that great. But I think once he got to like his third season, he started actually like really hitting the stride. And I don't know if Chicago's not in the mood to play winning basketball right now, so they just traded that nigga. So
are they ever going to be in the mood again? Yeah, I think they just chalked it. I think they like, yo, we had a dynasty. Like we've done things others haven't. Shut up, bitch. I ain't asked you to say sorry.
I mean, they tried a second run. The second run just didn't work out. So I think now they start from scratch again. So they start it all around Josh Giddey, and they'll figure it out from there. So
okay. So Kobe, his career numbers. All right, you ready?
Yep.
$15. 3.6 and 3.9. All right. So you still feel like he's underrated?
I think so. If you look at his last season, made improvements, better scoring.
His last season was 17, 3.4 and 4.
Yeah.
So his last season, same rebound, same assists virtually, but 2 points higher. So you think?
Yeah. So.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I think generally his his effectiveness on the court, and a lot of things he was doing. Like I felt like he was a better overall player. I mean, granted, he ended up having to make some adjustments when he got traded to Charlotte. That changed some things, but from what I saw, I like what I saw. He was doing his thing. He was keeping them in games. So
Well, to keep it a bean, like he was averaging like 39% from three last year. That did a lot for him. Like that actually that was an anomaly so far. Since 2021, 2022, he was shooting like 38%, but that 39% really stands out in his career.
yeah, and that's when he got traded to Charlotte. So that's the thing. Like Charlotte is because he wasn't shooting at that clip when he was in Chicago. So I mean,
Hell no.
so I feel like, and he actually played less minutes in Charlotte too. So
Yeah.
that'd be known too.
Yeah.
So like he was averaging almost
No,
the same
but like
number of points.
Yeah, but like his field goal, his 2-point field goal percentage went down, but it's just his threes took a significant jump, so that made him look a whole lot better.
So I don't know.
All right.
But on less minutes, different role, different team. But now that he's not playing behind LaMelo, I don't know. You might actually see what he can do on an actual good team as a starting point guard. So maybe
You excited to see that?
Not as excited as I am to see the Sixers play, but
You think he could be better than LaMelo?
Nah. Nah, dog. Like the LaMelo experience hasn't turned out quite like we expected it to, but man, let's put some respect on that young man. You know what I mean? My man was he 6'7", averages what, like down to 25, 8 and 4, some shit like that, something crazy.
A pass first scorer.
So
and actually has like heart and loves the game. Oh yeah.
Nah,
LaMelo, that's priceless. You can't teach shit like that.
Nah, LaMelo's solid. He's solid.
Yeah, you just got to put him with. I mean, I don't know about Ant, but you just got to put him with somebody who's a little bit more seasoned. That's all. Yeah, and he'll fall in line.
That's different. I don't even know what to do about that.
We're gonna see how that.
They project him to average 26 points a game next season. That's interesting.
Ooh, Melo?
Yep.
I love that. Are you on Kalshi with that or what? Like, I'm not about to bet my life away with these apps, but
Nah. I'm here on Basketball Reference, just looking at what they think might happen with him.
The projections. Yeah, fuck those projections.
Yeah.
You ready for 41-year-old LeBron James? Is he properly rated?
Properly rated? I'd say so.
Nigga, that's the name of the game, bro. Properly
yeah.
41-year-old LeBron James.
I'd say
he's making $4 million this year.
As far as what he's getting paid, we're gonna say underrated.
Is he starting? Is he start? I don't even know if he's starting on some real shit.
I mean,
maybe not the first 3. He probably not going to start in the fall.
we did an over under for the amount of games we think he's gonna play this season. I got him at around 55 games.
Who's we? I was involved in this.
Nah, it's me and one of the other guys at work. So
okay. Well, when you say we, and you on this, John, I be sometimes thinking I might be involved. That's all. I'm just letting you know.
We might have had this conversation. I don't know if we had this conversation yet. So let's have it now.
I'm not sure if we did.
Over how many games do you think Bron playing this season, regular season?
Oh no! Oh, I was about to say if you include the playoffs, 82, baby. 82. If you include the playoffs, 82. He's playing all the games. It's like no, but is just regular season. Yeah, I give him about 55.
55.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
55 is super reasonable. Yeah, I ain't even mad at that. Like 60, like ain't 60 what you got to play to be in the running for the shit, or is it like 70?
I think you got to play like
65,
60,
65,
65, 67, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 65. Now that I think about it, but nah, you know what? Bron is gonna play 56, 57, 58, 59. Bron is gonna play 60 games, around 60 games. You know why? Because he loves this shit and he loves his team, and this shit's going to be so fun to him. And he's not going to have as many restraints and requirements. So he's just going to respect the game, and he's going to have fun. He's going to be out there because he's going to see niggas out there high flying and having fun. He's going to be out there wanting to have fun too. So I think Bron is going to actually play a good number of games. He's going to play probably over 60 on some real shit. I'm not even kidding, bro. And I don't think he's gonna sit out until fucking October. I don't think he's here thinking, all right, we got another season. I gotta save my body. We gotta slog through it. I gotta make sure that I could get the most out of this postseason. I don't think that's his approach. I really think he is looking at this shit and he's excited to share the ball with Maxey, Jalen, VJ, and Embiid. I really think he's excited to do that.
Well, if we blowing teams out of the water, then he's
look at the fucking schedule, cuzzo. We gonna blow him out of the water, bro.
So that's the thing. So we blowing teams out of the water, then he's only gonna be playing 2.5 quarters a game. So,
well, I mean, I don't know about blowing them out of the water, but we're gonna be winning. We're gonna win.
Yeah. So
winning.
So, So all right, so you got him underrated. You got him underrated.
I got him super underrated. Absolutely. Underrated? Okay. He about to come out here and show y'all what it's all about. Like for real. I think his last 1 or 2 seasons he was biding his time more so, and y'all saw what that looked like. But I don't think he about to do that at any point here in Philly. I don't think that's about to be a thing in Philly.
I would like it to be, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I just want to see my man. I want 100% LeBron in the playoffs. That's what I want. You know what I mean?
Well, you're gonna have that, but the thing is, you're not gonna have to see 100% LeBron at any point at any night because he's not the first, second, or even third best player on the team.
We're gonna see. It's gonna be Maxey and Jalen.
We're gonna see Maxey and Jalen with a little bit of interspersed Embiid, a little bit of interspersed LeBron, and a whole lot of VJ on the wing. Either dunking on niggas or making that three.
And then winking. You know what I mean? With the wink. That's still like one of the craziest moments, man. Like my man hit the three.
Yeah, and then he picked the right camera, picked the correct camera. Bam. I was like, y'all saw that shit? I was like, just look at this nigga star power. Derek White.
Sheesh. Right now, I'm probably gonna say overrated. So
yeah. Why? I think he's been underrated his whole career.
I know, but he just had a rough season, man. This probably was one of his worst seasons, actually. So,
but they said statistically he had a better season than Jaylen Brown on paper.
I mean, how's that statistically when this is
that's how they felt?
This is worst shooting season.
Bring up the article, bro. Share the article with us. That's how they felt. They said that the Celtics literally said that Derek White. They felt that Derek White had a better season than Jaylen Brown. I mean, that's why we have Jaylen Brown.
Don't get me wrong. I like Derek White.
I know you're a light skin, so of course you gotta like him.
So, among other things, but
y'all play for the same team.
No, we don't. We play for the Spurs together. Is that what you're saying?
No, y'all just light skin, man. He said, "No, we don't."
All right, so I'm just looking at some of the statistics here. So they're actually okay. So he played the most games he's ever played in the season. That's pretty cool. Most minutes average. So he played 77 games. Started 77 games.
Yeah, but what was his advanced statistics? What was his fucking?
Bro, it's about to be crazy. I'm about to give you this. Ain't advances. It's just standard. Just what do you think he shot from the floor this season? What do you think he shot from the floor this season?
Overall, from 3 or from 2?
For just his general field goal percentage.
Oh, I'm gonna just go standard. I'm gonna go 50, 53, 54.
Broski, my man shot 39%, 39.4% from the field this year. So
from the whole entire field, bro.
From the entire field, bro.
What was his 3 percentage? Like under? It's like sub 30.
32.7.
And what was his 2s?
48.7.
Oh, that's trash.
So
he was shooting a lot of 3s too, apparently.
So
if you balance that out, he was shooting a lot of 3s. He was shooting just as many 3s as he was 2s and missing them.
So, and I mind you, in a season where he averaged more minutes than he did last season, not that many more minutes, but
they depended on him because they ain't had Tatum.
He averaged almost 2 to 3 more shots a game. My man still averaged the same amount of points as he had last year. So 16.5
He
points
peaked.
per game. So
He peaked. They said Derek White had a better season. Why did they say that though? That's what I want. I want to know why they said that.
Yo, all right, now I gotta look at Jaylen Brown's numbers now because that like yo, that's crazy. I mean, whoever in the Celtics team, they smoking that Shamrock, man. Like,
They getting that fresh Shamrock
yo, they getting
straight out the field.
All right, so I'm looking at it. All right, so last
Meanest to the green.
So Jaylen Brown averaged the most points he's ever had in his whole season in his career. So averaged 28.7 points, right? Most shots.
28.7.
Yeah. So most shot attempts. Is this most shot attempts per game? Yep. Averaged 21, 22 shots a game. Oddly enough, not a terrible field goal percentage. On man averaged 47.7. Not his best. His best was a couple years ago when he actually won the championship. He averaged 49.9%, but more shots.
That's overall, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then that's overall 3-point. Actually, this is one of his better 3-point. More recently, it's one of his better 3-point season because he did better than the previous year. So 34.7, great. Not terrible either. You know what I mean? So turnovers, he averaged that whole extra turnover per game. So 3.6, 5.1 assists per game, then or 7 rebounds a game. This is not they tripping, dog. These niggas high. I mean, if they trying to say for his usage, he only averaged 2 minutes more than they tripping. They tripping, dog. I don't know what's happening here. Somebody must have made a mistake. So maybe usage percentage per salary number, maybe, because I mean he is getting paid something crazy. He is probably he the highest paid player in the league?
Close, like top 3.
Yeah. So he's getting up there. So that's probably.
Yeah, I saw something about how like if he sticks around on their roster, they're gonna end up having to pay him like crazy money in a year or two.
Well, if they decided to extend them, so I guess they probably didn't want to get to the ugly part of them, them having like extension negotiations or whatnot. So they're like, well, let's not even put ourselves in that position, So like their thing is like, all right, we only gonna pay one guy. So, but that's just crazy that you're gonna pay the guy that's coming off an Achilles injury. So that's a risk. So, but hey, shouts out to them. You know what I mean? So I'll take the chip. I'll take that chip. And I'll take Manhattan, Staten Island too, Brooklyn, Staten Island too, whatever. So what was that song? Bethy, Dorothy, whatever. So yeah, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Dang, that's crazy.
Well, they said Derek White's defense was elite though.
Nah, I mean he was up there. I think he was like 4th or 5th in DPOY voting and whatnot. So, but Jaylen Brown was like 5th and an MVP voting. You know what I mean? So as an all-star, made 2nd team All NBA. So whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, honestly, those words came from Windhorse. So I don't believe nothing that boy say no more on some real stuff.
Ever since he hit him with the fingers.
I don't even care about the fingers. I just don't believe him. Like he just be whatever. I'm not gonna make this a hate campaign on him. All right. Another one.
I know.
Cade Cunningham.
That's Spike Eskin.
Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham. I'm gonna say underrated. I saw it in person. That motherfucker's a whole motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw him play?
I hate to admit it, but that motherfucker's a whole motherfucker, man. I saw it. Man.
So I compare him to Maxey. He came after Maxey, right?
Yeah.
So Maxey was number 21, and I want to say 2020 or 2021. And then Cade Cunningham was like number like 3 or like 2.
Nah, Cade
Or
Cunningham.
maybe
He's
even 1.
he's first overall. He's
He
first
was
overall.
1. Yeah, he was like 1 in the very next year, right? So like I've been charting their development. And I've mentioned that on this podcast too. Like I've been charting their development because like you got Maxey, who was like 20 something, and he came out in a draft with, did Ant come out in his draft? Ant and Melo and them?
Yeah, that was Maxey's draft. Yeah.
Yeah, and Maxey draft. So Ant Melo, Tyrese Halliburton, like it was some heavy hitters in Maxey's draft. So Maxey was like actually like we've done the redraft thing a couple of years back, and Maxey was not drafted correctly at all, but there's still I could name about 3 or 4 other Bulls I would have took over Maxey. You know what I'm saying? Realistically.
That season, but that's that draft is
that was when we did that though. We did that 3 seasons ago.
That's a COVID draft. That John that's a weird one. You know what I mean?
So we redrafted Maxey, but we still came to the conclusion that Maxey didn't go first. Right? He
not
wasn't
that
going
draft.
first.
Nah.
No. Not in the one he went out in. He shouldn't have went 21st, but he whatever. So anyway,
definitely been a top 5 pick. I'm about to say that.
Yeah, it should have been the top 5. Yeah, it should have been the top 5, but like number 5 though. You know what I mean? Like number 4 or number 5. But anyway, so then Cade came out the next year, and Cade was like good. The first year he was good, and Maxey had gotten way better as soon as Cade come out. So I was like, all right, Maxey better than this nigga. How come Maxey? You know what I'm saying? I got my bias with me. And then I watched Cade, and I'm like, I'm not sure if Maxey is better than Maxey's not better than this nigga. So this whole time I've been watching Maxey get better, and I'm like, is he better than Cade yet? This is like a secret. I've been keeping this in myself, like I'm smuggling like heroin, across the border. Like I've been keeping this. I've been hiding this, nobody knows. I'm nervous, and now I'm revealing it. Like this whole time I've been watching Maxey's trajectory. I've been waiting for him to get better than Cade, bro.
I mean, he's better in some ways. It's just a little rough because Cade is more.
Cade is a whole motherfucker, like you said. He's an absolute unit.
Yeah. Like Cade's competition is. He's the ilk of a LeBron, a Luka, he's just one of those, just point for like, and that's the thing. They make Cade the point guard, but that motherfucker's built like a fucking. He's like a 3-4. You know what I mean? So, like, it's crazy. I didn't realize that he was actually pretty up there in MVP voting this year as well too. Actually, so that's kind of wild.
Absolutely should have been.
My man averaged down there 10 assists a game. I didn't even peep that either. That's wild.
That was when we had that when we was talking about Jason Tatum not being top 10. Cade was like one of them balls, and I'm like, Cade by far.
That's crazy, man. So
yeah, Cade is underrated, man.
Yeah, he was 4th in clutch player of the year. That's wild. That's different. I didn't know that was I just learned that was actually a statistical jump right there. That's wild.
Yeah, because there's there's a literal stat, clutch time, and it's how you perform within that time period, right?
Yeah. So I wonder when did they just started awarding that this year or last year?
I think it was actually been a couple years. I think it's been like 3 or 4 years. Remember when they start naming trophies after niggas?
Yeah.
I think around that time.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. Yeah, and they want to start kind of, which I actually appreciate. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at none of it. But yeah, I think all that got instituted around the same time. Okay, Cade Cunningham. All right. You got any? Because I got a whole list, and I don't want to just dominate this whole thing.
Yeah, I got a few here. Jamal Murray.
Good one. He's properly rated. He's properly rated.
Is that because he's like?
Just because? No. He teeters between over and under so much. He teeters. No, not even on a Like he's not even currently doing that. He used to do that. He used to teeter so much between underrated and then overrated. And then eventually he was like, you know what? When Jokic is there and cooking and doing this thing, he's adequate. And then so that's why I say he's properly rated. Like he like I remember they had that shootout with him in the bubble with Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
And they was giving each other like 40 and then 50 and then you know what I'm saying? And it was going ham. It was going ham. And I was like, that was love. That was good basketball. And then I think he might have had one more time after that in the playoffs where he was going heavy and like he was like really carrying balls on the scoring end. But he's like for real. I think that playoff, if you would have said playoff Jamal Murray, we would have had a different answer. You know what I'm saying? I think playoff Jamal Murray is definitely underrated. But I think Jamal Murray as a player is properly rated.
Okay.
How you feel about him? No, I'm not hating on him because he's light skinned. And I'm not hating on him because I seen his dick.
I can't even. That's gonna be wild. You say that, and now you ask him if he's under or overrated. That's weird. But
you seen his dick too?
Not voluntarily.
I think you sent me the video. Yeah, neither was mine voluntarily.
I know. Well, listen, dog. Listen, y'all gonna get. Listen, I got it unvoluntarily. I got it unvoluntarily. Y'all gonna get this thing.
You gonna get this work. You know what I mean? So, gonna get this work, young man.
So, I ain't gonna be the only one taking this L. So, but yeah, because somebody said something about big gulp, and I was like, what? And I was like, what the hell? Yo, why y'all talking about it in this particular? Whatever. But
no,
let's not even go there. But
on, man.
Yeah. But in light of him, I'm probably gonna say maybe over right now. I think
he's overrated at this current point in life.
I think his best might be behind him, to be honest. So that's just me. So that might be me. So and Joker should probably be looking at different teams, but he's too laid back to ask for a trade, so he's gonna just chill there. So but
that boy did not feel like buying another house.
Which is wild because I thought Jaylen Brown was gonna end up with him in
Denver,
with Joker in Denver, or Jamal Murray's end up in Boston, whatever. But that just did not happen. So oh well. One man's loss is another man's sauce. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this John right eventually. All right, here's another under overrated here. Mitchell
properly
Robinson.
rated.
Properly rated.
Name of the segment.
Properly rated. Mitchell Robinson.
Mitch. Yeah. I think Mitch is in today's game. I think Mitch is.
Did you tap your mic, yo? You tap your mic?
Did I?
Yeah. You sound a little muffled right now.
How about now?
Sound good.
This better?
A little muffled. You sound loud, but it sounds a little compressed.
I didn't mean to do anything. Let me see if I can.
Could be some gain settings things, but I hear you.
I don't know. Let me see.
Maybe a little too much spitting on the mic. Pause. Dang, just to say that after actually referring to
you hear me?
Situation. I can hear you. It sounds slightly muffled though. Slightly muffled.
I still sound slightly muffled.
Yeah.
WTF,
but then it came back though. It was weird. So
WTF, mate. You know what? Yeah. I don't think it's me. I think it might be your headphones type situation.
Could be.
Yeah.
Let me go around.
So with that said, what was we just talking about?
We were talking about Mitchell Robinson, under overrated.
Oh, Mitchell Robinson. I think unfortunately in this day and age, in today's basketball, he is properly rated. I wish that a big man had more of a place in 2026, but no, it just happens to be that nigga's gonna have to learn how to shoot.
So I guess that puts me in a situation of like overrated because I'm like, yeah, this nigga just only play defense and don't shoot or score at all. You know what I mean? So, and still be getting hacked. They got Hacker Mitch. What?
They got Heckamich. So anything that reminds me of Ben Simmons is automatically gonna just like trigger me in the worst ways.
So yeah, that's where I'm at with it, man. So I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. So I haven't seen it actually. So I try to see it, but I just can't. So
Not only that, remember when we did the Hackamich for like the first quarter and then we stopped? What the fuck was that about? Like we did that shit for like the first quarter of like game one and then stopped and then didn't do it again the entire series and got swept. Did you realize that? What was that about? What was that about? Did you notice it? Like why did that happen that way? Why did that play out that way?
I don't know. Changing strategy.
Yeah, but like, how do you just completely abandon your shit after one quarter in the first game and just be like, oh, well, my bad. That way we didn't even mean to pull that out.
Just decided to play with some integrity. Who knows? Or
you know what I mean? Don't think it's integrity.
Nah. It's I'm joking.
You think that's bad basketball to hack a player that can't shoot to win a game?
No, just make it free throws. Make it free throws. You make millions of dollars. The least you can do is make scores and free throws, bro. That's all you can do. So,
yes, sir.
So all you got to do, but not all you got to do among other things, but all you should do. You can't be an example for kids that want to play the sport and not do the most simple thing that anybody can do in the game. But
as all I like to say, they're free.
Yep.
And if you leave them on the table, what are you doing?
Yep.
They're right there. They're for you.
But
like you did all the work. You did all the work that it took to draw that foul. You did all the work to get to that line. And you're just gonna leave the easiest part right there. You ain't gonna take the points.
So, but all right, got one more.
Okay.
And I think I may have heard your opinion on this, but I may need to hear it again. Properly rated, Devin Booker.
Completely overrated. 100%. 100% overrated. He is. Let me see. Let me come up with a player that's just like him, that just didn't get as much like honor and respect. Karl-Anthony Towns.
Cat?
Actually, Karl-Anthony Towns is a better player. Yeah, absolutely. Karl-Anthony Towns gets all of this vitriol and disrespect because of like who he is and how he talks and his attitude and the fact that he lost his people during COVID and all of that stuff. And like that was all bad, like media look for him and all of that. So ultimately, people make fun of him, but he is a much better player. He adds so much more to a winning team. He's a better shooter. He's a bigger. He can play defense. He chooses to play defense. He's locked in the entire time he's on the floor. It didn't used to always be that way, but that's what it is now. Y'all niggas got to respect it. He's a champion. And Devin Booker is not none of them things. None of them things, bro. So ultimately, you look at Cat and you go, oh man, why do people look at him like he could be a potential superstar? Why do people look at him like he could be a potential top 10, top 20 guy in this league? And you know what? He can be. You look at Devin Booker and you go, man, people look at him like that. But now people actually, I don't know if people really do look at him like that anymore. I know I don't. But I think if people do look at him like that, then he's definitely overrated because he's not that. He's never going to be that. He's never going to lead a team. He might be able to leave and go and join a team like Cat and contribute in a substantial way, but I don't even think he got that in him. And I think that's one thing that makes Cat better than him.
Damn, that's crazy. So you don't think it's the KD curse? You know what I mean? Go over there, plays with KD for a couple years, and he's got to take an L just because how things went.
No, I don't believe in no KD curse.
But no, I think generally, I don't know. It's weird. I feel like he kind of got a little bit of a raw deal. He had what 3 regime changes.
Who, Devin Booker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
they had their original shit.
They had their playoff run. They had the run. And then they pretty much just dismantled the team that got them to the finals.
They
got
had
rid of the
Monty.
coach. Yeah, they got rid of the coach.
Yeah,
So,
they had Monty.
and then they decided to go get KD,
Then
and
they
then
had the
and then
Ishbia
and then
KD
yeah,
thing.
KD and Bradley Beal, and they made him play point guard. Um,
Bradley
so
Beal was crazy. That was
yeah,
bad.
so I think he's just kind of just a. I mean, I'm gonna probably say it's properly rated because he still gets respect in the game, but
No,
yeah, I
I
mean,
think he's overrated. Definitely. Go ahead though.
nah, I like him. I think in terms of his scoring ability, how he plays, things like that. Um, and this is generally his defensive ability as well too. So I think he's solid. I just think it's just he's just um I don't know. I think he's kind of just buried under the chain the transitions to what I mean to the organization and whatnot. So because last year though, oddly enough, with the addition of who's the ball, the light skinned Draymond.
Sochan?
Not Sochan. Nah.
Ooh.
Nah. LeBron's greatest enemy.
Oh, Brooks. Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. Drillin Brooks. Um so yeah, now with the addition of that, that kind of actually like kind of added a little bit more to the team. So they're actually kind of coming alive a little bit more. Um but it's still weird because if you just look at the composition, him
Nah,
and
they need, you know what it is? And this is the thing that you, as a person who doesn't think that he's overrated, you don't want to admit this, but he can't be the best player on the team. And that's just it. The composition is fucked up because he is the best player. You need to have somebody else.
but that's maybe. I mean, but who? But who? Because he's still better than everybody else on that team, and they still have
They
other
need
good
to send
players.
him to LA. They need to send him to LA. Him and Luca. What's what they need to do?
Him for Austin Reeves. Him for Austin Reeves.
Oh, niggas are gonna be him for a lot of other niggas too. It's gonna be him for everybody on the team, pretty much. And they need a big man too, not DeAndre Ayton.
I don't think he wants that experience again. So
Nobody does. But I mean, he quit on the team, but the team quit on him though at the same time though. So like,
yeah. I mean,
there's more to that. It's not just one sided type of situation. But either way, you can't go out like that. Like you like no matter what, no matter how anybody treats you, bro, that's your name, bro. You can't go out like that. Like niggas see you. Niggas don't see the back end. Niggas don't see the behind the scenes. They just see you and your performance. You can't go out like that, nigga.
yeah, you can't let other people define your performance for you just because they want to. Nah, it's just. And then the thing is, I guess he didn't really accept the you being under the tutelage of Chris Paul, but Chris Paul actually made every center, every big man he played with all look good. So I don't know. I don't see what the
He
problem
failed. He failed with DeAndre Ayton. It's just what it is. Number one draft pick. He failed with him.
So
He had Gafford looking good. Sorry. No shade to Gafford. Anyway,
Gafford's solid. No, but Gafford ain't that type of player, but he had him looking like that. So
he had him looking like that though. Anyway, so that'll conclude this segment, properly rated. If you like it, let a nigga know. Then we'll do it again. Yeah. Anyway.
Got a couple other things we can touch on, but let's do a flash round because we already over 2 hours at 2:18 right now with it right now. So
Okay.
we're in the mix
Well,
here.
what you wanna touch on, bro? What you wanna
I did
rub up on?
I did want to talk about this new
What you wanna
settlement
tug on?
with Meta. So they actually just had to actually eat a big settlement. Well, actually, it's actually less of a settlement than they actually were expected to pay. They were on the hook for about $1 trillion. Ended up settling down for 17 billion, but they had to actually make a lot of substantial changes to their actual the structure of how they actually let children specifically on their platform. So
So
yeah,
somebody sued Meta. It was a class action suit, I imagine.
I think it was probably just the government itself, actually. So like I said, I'm just sending this over to myself right now, just so I can take a look at it again. But yeah, they're essentially sued just for the effects of social media, or mainly their apps on children, and were forced to actually make a lot of sweeping changes to be sure that they were actually
That's gonna
making
cost them money, basically.
yeah. So instead of actually having to
To
pay
spend
out the
money
actual money,
regulating themselves.
yeah, or it's probably going to cost them money in the sense of like they're kind of shutting off their own revenue streams and whatnot.
Yeah, that too.
So yeah, so Meta, so according to Variety, Meta will enforce a 2-hour daily limit on Instagram and Facebook for children as part of a $17.1 billion settlement with 29 states over social media addiction. So they're going to start instituting productive pauses for children that include mandatory pauses after 15 minutes of continuous use, and again at 60 minutes, and 90 minutes of use. And then they cut you off at 2 hours. So they have nighttime blocks. So it's restricting children's access to social media between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. Not necessarily the worst thing. That kid shouldn't even be up that time anyway. And limited school time access.
So, was you up when you was a kid?
Define kid.
6 to 10.
6 to 10? That late? Nah. I got up at 6, but I was never really up at like midnight like that. Not that often. Not on social media for that matter. But
we didn't have that.
They don't know
6
that.
to 10.
They don't know that. Posterity. But that's the thing. But that's also me saying too, I didn't have social media, so I didn't have anything that was keeping me up that engaged at night. So
I was up.
Nah, because if my light was on that night, they'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck you doing?" You know what I mean? Like,
you had class with me. You remember? I was asleep. I was asleep in class.
Yeah, but we weren't 6 to 10 years old. We were 6.
Yeah, but I was up. Yeah, I mean, I had to build those habits.
so
6 to 10, I was watching TV Land and Nick at Night all night long. But anyway,
yeah.
So somebody's suing Meta, and they basically came to the conclusion that children need these blockages and these stoppers on their internet usage, their social media usage particularly, and is willing to cut them off after what, 120? You said minutes?
Yep, 120 minutes. So
120 minutes is willing to cut them off, and is also willing to cut them off between the hours of midnight and 6 in the morning. You know what's funny about that whole thing to me? They don't got that for adults. Like, if we all agree that children need that, like, none of us think that adults need even a portion of that type of control and check and balance.
Well, I guess that's the that's been some of the feedback to I guess, like, like the announcement here, right? So there's a portion of it where people are like, well, they should have been forced to pay more money. Thanks for doing this too late, whatever. So obviously all the cynics, but then like, you got the other side of cynicism where it's just like, okay, so they want Facebook and Meta to actually be these kids' parents. so okay, so they want Facebook, Meta to do what the parents shouldn't do.
Yeah, it's like you bought them fucking phones. Like, they're 7 years old and they have access to this stuff. It's your fault in the first place.
So
yeah, I'll say it. If nobody else wants to say it, I'll say it.
So, but it's just like, so it's like, so you want the parent. So like, so you want Meta to be the parent because the parent can't actually regulate the kids' behavior.
Yeah.
To that, I say, yeah, because the parents can't even regulate their own behavior. So how the fuck they supposed to regulate the kids' behavior? So,
exactly. Like, don't even like raise the bar so high. Like, let's just go ahead and succumb to the sadness and just let it be. I'm with it. I'm with it. Like, I ain't got no kids. You know what? But if I did have kids, I'll tell you this much. They would not have cell phones before the age of fucking 12, 10. You know what I'm saying? There would never be an opportunity for them to be inundated with this fuckery at the age of 7, 8, 9 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once you start getting about 12, you at least got to be able to get in contact with me, right?
So I gave my nephew a phone some years ago. He's 12 right now. He actually just turned 13 like 2 days ago. But shout out to him. But I gave him a phone some years ago because he really wanted a phone, and they came to the conclusion, they being his parents, came to the conclusion that they were going to get him a phone anyway. So I was like, oh, I got you. I got a phone already. I'm gonna give it to him. So I what is that called? Sub whatever. So I preempted. That's the word I'm looking for. I preempted them giving him a phone, and I gave him a phone because I knew that I could regulate it. And then I went and I saw all the different available options on Apple that allow you to track the phone's usage and literally shut down specific apps after a certain amount of time. And you can decide exactly, you can give a child a phone. First off, you can turn on the location, so it's already a tracking device. But then you can actually decide what apps they have access to. When they download a new app, you can get an update on your phone to regulate that. You'll get notifications on how much they use every single app. And then at the end of every day, you'll get a big ass summary. So you can literally check everything, and you can run how they use the phone if you are so intentional and so, I don't know, decisive about it. But you know what I think it is?
Or
I don't think motherfuckers give a fuck about none of that shit.
or at least like literally like computer, or I guess what I say, phone or media literate enough.
I mean, everybody has these phones, bro. I mean, it just really comes down to whether you want to go to that part of the menu,
which you should. So
it's in the cog. You hit the cog at the bottom right corner. That same cog that you hit when you want to change, or you want to add a Bluetooth device, or you want to add a card to your Apple Pay, all that. Dude, I don't know. I'm just saying. And that was some years ago. So I imagine it's even more advanced now. And I imagine we have even more possibilities as far as like security and keeping the youth safe. But that's only if we want to use it, right? I'm not even a parent, like I said.
You have to want to use it first, I guess. You know what I mean? So I guess that's one of the big things. I mean, but I guess some people are kind of just looking more for a settlement in a sense, where it's just like, nah, man, I'm addicted to this shit. I can't leave this shit alone. So now you got to pay me for using this shit, just so I can go back and go and pay and give more money to this shit as well too, just to spend it on OnlyFans and shit like that. But I digress. Won't get like that, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's just kind of funny that, like, I think the Wild West that we see as the social media, I think that's gonna probably start changing pretty soon, but maybe for the better. You know what I mean? Some people are saying that they want to disconnect a little bit more, which is nice. But what does the other side of that look like? You know what I mean? Motherfuckers that decide to double down, especially with in the age of AI, chat bots and friends and companions and whatnot. So we're in for some interesting times. So all right, let's close out on a less serious note here. So obviously we're in a beef with Canada right now. So our position as the preeminent power in the world might be in question right now because we beefing with the Iceman. So if you had your choice of who would be the next global empire between these two, so here's a would you rather, right? Would you rather Puerto Rico or Thailand be the emperors of the world next? What do you think?
Is this realistic? Like, is it between them? Like, how did you come up with those two?
I mean, the secret sauce, man. I can't explain all my methods.
All right, because like we was talking about Pablo Torre, and like, all right, Bad Bunny for president. So I'm gonna go Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, okay.
I'm gonna go Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny for president.
Okay.
Plus, Puerto Rico is way more accessible to me. So if Puerto Rico is going to become the new global empire, then I'm out right now. I can get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can go. I'll be in Old San Juan tomorrow. Like, this is mine. This is mine. With a brand new American accent, or sorry, a brand new Puerto Rican accent Speaking English.
We be out there. You gonna be Afro Latino pretty soon. You know what I mean?
Speaking nothing but English with a Puerto Rican accent, bro.
That's being
I'm
glazed.
like, yeah, papi. Yeah, you know me, papi. Yeah, you know what, papi? We gonna go together, papi. Yeah, I'm gonna be nigga. You ain't even gonna recognize me. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, Romeo. I'm gonna be like, Romeo. Me llamo Romeo.
You know what I mean? No, you about to be Alpo Romeo out here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I agree with you, man. Puerto Rico, man, because can't do Thailand because, man, I actually like sports, but
yeah, no, I don't know what they...
namely women's sports, but that's that there, but all right, it's getting dry out here. What else we got here? I'm gonna leave him at that. I got a couple more bad jokes here, but I'll spare Jay-Z. Oh yeah, rest in peace, Dolly Parton. She passed yesterday.
Damn, I didn't even know. R.I.P.
Yeah, so kind of crazy, man. It's a lot of that going on these days, man. So granted, but she lived a long life, had a quite the legacy. So
yeah, I'm starting to feel that way more and more when I see people die. I'll be like, you know what? They was all right. It wasn't too bad for him, you know what I'm saying? But that's not how I felt about Hayden Panettiere.
She's younger than us. You know what I mean? So that's
plus I ain't talk about that on here, but she was doing this whole interview about how like she got like,
which honestly I feel like sucks because I felt like her passing after giving that interview, I feel like that just colored a lot of things for her that it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? So
if it messed up her legacy, you think?
I don't think it messed up her legacy in a sense, but it colored some things. You know what I mean? Like that's
if you don't think there's truth to it, then it colors some things.
But I'm not saying there's not any truth to it, but that's just
not truth. But you know what I mean? If there was no reason to take it seriously, if there's like if you don't want people to draw a correlation, that's cool. But people gonna draw those correlations.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Circumstances.
Nah, I dig it, but that's the issue though. That those correlations get drawn because of those type of interviews and stuff like that. So, which is completely fine. The internet people can actually think what they want, but it's just like, damn. It creates a context that may not necessarily really be the context. Granted, for what we heard from the family, they didn't say anything. You know what I mean? They kind of just they just kind of they keeping it private. So, which is their right. You know what I
mean? I've heard that they are on some BS too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard that they was on some dysfunctional stuff as well. So she wasn't necessarily raised in the best circumstances. She definitely didn't come from the best circumstances. And then after coming out of all of that, she didn't end up in the best circumstances.
Yeah. I mean,
like I seen the interview with her would-be supposed ex-boyfriend, and that boy, he was zooted, like gone.
Soccer player, right? Something like that, or was soccer?
I don't know. See, this was like some dude that was from like a small town. Also, no, this is not the soccer player. No, not him. I'm not talking about him.
Okay.
I'm talking about this other boy that was from like the same town as her or something, or like lived in the same town as her. Mm-hmm. And he was like drunk as hell or something, and he just sounded real crazy. But then it like he ended up being there when she was, you know what I mean? So like, him and his brother. So things get weird and unnatural. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the thing when it comes to, I guess I actually not getting any definitive story around how she passed kind of makes it a little weird. So, but I know the stories and the narratives were actually rolling out prior to that. So that's what kind of just it snowballed. So, but I wouldn't necessarily say it ruins the legacy and whatnot, but reverence and things like that you see around people, and when people pass, and it's a little rough, but that's life though. It's life, right? So
yeah.
But
it is life.
But actually,
can't always be roses and all, whatever that. Trying to think of that Outcast song.
Roses always smell like boo boo, but hey, you need shit. You should need shit to actually grow roses. You know what I mean? Roses grow out of shit. At least that's what fertilizer and manure and stuff is, right? That's
No,
what
I get it. I get the process, but like, there's like I got a lot of people in my neighborhood, and they like that kind of garden and stuff. And there's this one people house. They got a nice big lush garden. Every time I walk past their crib, it's like doo doo, straight doo doo. I think they actually taking their crap and just putting it like straight up down on the ground.
too organic. That's too organic.
Yeah, that's too much. You're supposed to have like a compost thing situation, and then you're supposed to like let that like process. You
And then
know,
you're supposed to mix with soil and stuff. Yeah, that's just nah. That's
you
rough.
can't just be putting raw shit out there.
Nah, you may need to make a phone call about that, brother. That ain't sanitary.
I just don't. I don't go nowhere near that house no more.
I mean, they made it that way. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's just a deterrent. That's one of those.
Yeah, you think they setting off fart bombs in front of their crib just to keep people away?
Keep them out of
You
there.
remember fart bombs when you was a young boy? You ever bought a fart bomb?
Nah,
You ever spent your money on a fart bomb?
nah. One of the homies, he used to buy these little like stink bomb junks. They were like these little glass like tablet junks, and they break out and the shit would evaporate, and the shit would smell terrible. But I remember one time, like, you know, anytime he wanted to get out of class, he would pop those junks and they would stink so bad, and we used to have to leave. But we had one teacher that was just like, nah, y'all gonna have to thug it out. So it was bad. It was bad though, because it was bad. Like people started throwing up. Like that shit was terrible, man. I ain't never smelled shit like that in my life. But it was the worst because I was sitting next to him and he broke it right next to us. I was like, you supposed to throw that shit across the room, bro. Don't, not right here. Like, come on, dog. Like, oh man. We're in ground zero out here.
Wasn't that smart?
I was like, yo. So that was
I did that. I did that before. I copped a fart bomb one time. I was in the store and I was like, "What the fuck is this? This is crazy." I just came up to Philly from like North Carolina, so I was like, "Oh, this the type of shit y'all got going on up here." Like, first off, everybody eating sunflower seeds, and y'all sell fart bombs in the store. All right, fuck it. I got $1. I'm gonna spend $1 on a fart bomb. I think it only costs 50 cents though, whatever. But copped the fart bomb. Read the directions. It said just squeeze that joint, bang, bang, bang. So I let that joint loose in a hallway while we was standing in line at some point. And that shit was crazy. Like niggas was mad as hell. And they was like, what the fuck is that? Motherfuckers start cussing and shit. I'm like, I wasn't a bad kid. I did not curse when I was a little kid. I was like, dang, this really, really upset people. And I was like, wow. I'm like a secret agent. I think at that time I was playing like 007 on my Game Boy or whatever. So I was like, yeah. This is one of the tools that I'm gonna keep in my belt. I'm gonna always have a fart bomb on me because you never know. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was one of them boys that copped the fart bombs and stuff and just let them Jones off. And if you never knew, it's probably me.
That's crazy. Would you ever let those junks off like in places where you weren't gonna be, just to be like, nah, I'm gonna let them hold that real quick and kind of
Yeah, dog. That was the biggest thing. Like, I'm about to leave this area. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
So
like drop that joint off in the hallway on my way into the bathroom. You know what I mean? Or drop that joint off in the classroom on my way out of the classroom. Like,
damn.
Yeah. But the other thing is you get addicted to seeing reactions though. So you can't go too far. You know what I mean?
See, that's how I know I'm a lunatic, because I'm the type where I just leave that John, just don't even need I will want to hear the reaction later on, but in the moment I don't need to see it. You know what I mean? So kind of like, you know, like a guilty pleasure of mine is like, you know the Touch Tunes app when you go to like bars and restaurants and shit.
Yeah. Just queue up a bunch of fuck shit and just leave.
Yeah, so I'll just
y'all niggas is listening to Ariana Grande's for the newest album.
And like, and that's the thing. I'll do that shit from the crib, broski. I'll literally be like, you know what, man? It just
that's
literally
cool.
just go to a random spot and be like, you know what?
Wow.
Y'all about to get Celine Dion for like the next like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So
I always play this one song by Mars Volta. It's like this fucking 16 minute song.
Oh man.
From like their second album.
Nah, what was it one time? I had put on remember the one John that we used to go to? We're up in Upper Darby, the John of the Bridge.
Yeah.
And I remember one time, man. Don't know what I was thinking. I put on the Pyramid song for Radiohead.
Yeah.
Them niggas cut that shit straight off. They was like,
They was like, what the fuck? Nah.
dog.
No, I was in there. I tried to play I think I tried to play like Dave Matthews or something in there. They wasn't trying to have that shit. They was mad as shit.
Nigga pulled the plug on it. Was like,
I
nah.
think I almost got beat up because of that shit. Like I was because you know what happened? I had confidence. Like I was like, yo, I spent my money on that song, man. Well, you gonna give me my money back if you ain't gonna let me hear my song? All right, well, run my song back then.
Money, had some drinks, playing some pool, bro. Like, whoa,
I'm trying to Dave Matthews, bro. What's up with you? Satellite, bro. The fuck your problem, cuz? Oh man, yeah.
Like, yo,
anyway,
let me get mine. But
anyway,
all right, let's
we've jerked you people's chain around enough. Thank you for joining us for another edition.
Hopefully you finished.
Yeah.
If you're here, that means you did finish. So yeah, you're like, yo, you're a finisher, yo. That's what's up, man. Hopefully, and I'm happy I was like we were able to help you with that. You know what I mean? Like, like that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Congratulations.
Yeah, so thank y'all for coming through another time, another day. We plan on doing better. So stick with us. It's gonna be a nice journey to see. I want to thank my man, Treacherous Jones. And I've been Romeo Bones this entire time for you. And yeah. Until next time, guys.
Let's make medicine. And let's not be so sick next time. So thank you.